How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Sorry for coming in super late, but you know what? Not even my fault. Not even my fault. Don't know who you blame. Do you blame Blizzard? Do you blame people? You know what? Who gives a damn? You know why? Because it's time for 5V5 1v1 Duels. Why am I looking so... I gotta mess with my filter for a second. I don't like it. Something about it is off. Is it the white balance? Is it the color? Make myself orange again. Is this good enough? I can live with this. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. Let me get the music back up and running. We got the stream back up, boys. We're back up. NA, you guys better get ready. Let's not waste any time. Just log right into the game and get the shit going. How y'all doing? Welcome back. Welcome. Fucking back, everybody. Something in your forehead? My hair? Or this? I don't know what that is. It's like a... I don't know what that is. What is that? It's like a... Did I hit my head on something? I don't know what that is. Either way. I don't know why it's doing this here. Maybe that means I need a haircut. Anyway, we're gonna fucking rock with this dude. Do I look like Elvis for a little bit? Didn't he have like a little bit of a curly Q? Shit looking. I don't know what that is. Anyway, boys, we're logging back on the... Wow, wow, wow. That was my setup for my add-ons. Like when I have to set up my add-ons like with the bars where things go. I can never remember exactly what things are. So I made that a while ago in order to like be able to match it with OBS. I still do that to this day. Because like when I get my WoW set up, I'm just gonna pop. And I'll usually drag this and this over here to where the white... What this is, I had an add-on call for the energy regen for rogues and common point tracker at BG targets. And this is where I used to use my... Not details, what was it again? Move anything? Dominoes or bartender. When I had a bar. Then I got used to just having the bar at the bottom. After like playing BFA beta for so long, dude, I just got used to it. Anyway, boys. Seavar got a group, Grizzle got a group. Alright, we're ready, Horde. We're ready. Got best on an A, unbeatable. Okay. We'll give it a go then. Grizzle and Seavark 5. Let's get you boys in here. Let's get both of y'all in here, man. Started off the day strong with already an unbeatable comp, unbeatable group. Beautiful, beautiful. I like it. I like it. Give me the best you guys, boys. Give me the best goddamn boys you got today. I want to see an A. I want to see an A. Oh, I still have this on, don't I? I want to see an A. Blow EU out of the water, dude. Impress me and the EU boys together. Impress all of us. Yeah, alright. So, Twitch, who do we got today? We got ourselves first duel of the day over on the NA with Team Blue with C. Oh, God. The meme. The meme is unreal. Is that like an underboob? Okay, I'm not even gonna do that. Not even gonna do that. That's a gnome. That makes me feel awkward. We got ourselves Leck in here with Peachy in the back. Playing more of that Pharaoh Versace, by the way. I had a gun named Versace. Nah, that's Versace. And we got ourselves Zachary playing more of the Fury on Team Red. We got ourselves Grizzle trying out that Pharaoh. We got Candle Rogue playing... Didn't I face against you in a... I faced against you in an arena. I swear to God I did. Candle Rogue. What are those shoulders? They look good. We got ourselves Omen. We got ourselves Vexduck. We got ourselves Zulalu. Hanging on the back. Both of these pharaohs, all the pharaohs pop out of pharaoh form unless you're dueling. Real quick. Zulalu, pop out of pharaoh form unless you're doing. Grizzle, pop out of pharaoh form. Are you doing? It's going to be Canada. Already going to take a little bit of damage from Versace. Actually doing some damage back to Versace. Mallet clapping up with the stun to fall. Candle Rogue trying to get those kill commands in there. Back to back. Going to go for that Mongoose Bite. Stun onto for Candle Rogue. He's going to trinket out of it with a freezing trap onto Versace. Immediately Manic Banner just to follow. He's going to play that survival hunter play style. Look at the pet too. Using gun. Dad's choice of pet to run for survival. Very interesting. That's Ellen Dilly, aka SMR on his old tune. Wait, Candle Rogue is Ellen Dilly? Or is that Versace? Wait, which one is which? The Paladin or the Hunter? I'll start up and hard eye on you. Sounds good, man. Versace hanging out on the bottom of the pillar. It's going to be Candle Rogue hanging on top. Looks like the pet is already on his way. Chasing after Candle Rogue. Is he actually? No, his pet is back there. He's just throwing down traps on the side. Versace is Ellen Dilly. That's Quinrat. Okay, now we know. We know this guy then. Versace. Trying to see if he can get himself a setup. He's taking a lot of damage from these grenades. It's getting the stun. That's going to be a knockback trap to follow. It's going to disconnect him. Still going to go for big wings. Stun to follow. Trick inside of it immediately. And that's going to be Canada trying to see if he can survive. Saving Chicken Brock. And that's some big damage out of the Paladin. Slicing him through. Versace is just continuing to maintain himself. Even gonna go for that self-heal with that Crucible. That could have been a big hit right there. But he obviously got a massive crit with also the wings. Increasing that healing out of that he gets. Candle Rogue trying to see if he can survive this damage just a little bit longer. Still holding on to the big turtle shell. Trying to see if he can get cooldowns rolling onto Versace. Versace is gonna take the time, throw that hint of hindrance onto Kanda, and Kanda's gonna have to go for a long way. It's gonna be a little bit of a camo. Versace is gonna be forced to pick up the eyes. Should probably pick him up immediately. Candle Rogue is already sitting at about more than half health, so Versace better be quick. Kanda is gonna go for the Manic Bandage, trying to squeeze out as much healing out of all these resources as they can. That's gonna be a freezing trap to set up Versace. Has to set himself up for a big swing there. I'm pretty sure it was a Crusader strike, if not a Templar's. Kanda already taking damage already with that Crucible Judgment to follow. Kanda trying to go for some damage as well. It's gonna go for a bit of, is that Mungus? It looked like he was going for that aspect of the Eagle, but he didn't look like he was doing any damage to Versace. I didn't see any Mungus bites flying from a distance. Striking for Kanda right now. As he's dropping super low, another knockback onto Versace. Trying to see if he can keep him at bay with the manic banners to follow. Maledict under Versace. Versace cannot dispel it, but can at least remove the poisons. And Kanda and Versace are still neck to neck. Kanda just playing and hovering super low in health. What is this song that I'm listening to right now? What is this song? Let me see if I can find a better one. That's a good song right here coming up. I don't know what that one was, but it's going to be Kanda sending up above. Looks like he's just gonna mount up away from Versace, walked him into a freezer trap, and it's going for continuous manic bandages over and over, extending these games until the next century. Double concentrated flame. Don't know if that actually does anything for him. Trying to get some range damage over Versace, but that stun is gonna happen with a bubble coming. No, with wings coming down. That's gonna be maybe a turtle shell out of Kanda. Does get a stun onto Versace, but couldn't quite go for a turtle shell. Should have probably went for a defensive or two going for this. And Versace wants to go into Omen next duel. Doesn't even want to give Omen a possibility of her setup, and Omen was given Versace opportunity to go for, hey, here's the honor duel, but Versace was like, you know what, I got wings up and running, I need to get the big damage rolling. Omen popping out his Dark Glare, playing that Affliction. Is that going to be big damage on Versace right now? Did he get enough ways to get the damage rolling? He is rotting the guy, but just how much rot is he going to be able to get through? Save to trigger. Oh, silence coming out as Versace does use the Dwarven Dark Iron Rachel in order to take off the dots of himself, while for Omen as he's able to stack up a bunch of unstable afflictions over Versace. Still holding on to the bubble, however, and that's going to be big damage back to Omen. Versace is going to go for that Shield of Vengeance to keep himself trucking. Getting that shield, going to be a reflect for Omen, but looks like he's going to get bobbed before that Shield of Vengeance can even pop. So Versace took one momentum from one person, one Kanda rogue, into Omen with those wings just continued to clap on and through all the damage over time. Omen should have went for a more long play style, should have went for a big setup with the Dark Glare to definitely force out some skill downs out of Versace. Next up is going to be Vextech, giving him the auto duel, letting him walk up, letting him get a setup, giving him opportunity to get some cooldowns back. Versace going to be getting the chicken back very, very soon. We got about a minute 20 left on that Shield of Vengeance, so we're going to be waiting for a little bit longer. Try it out, Av boys, don't judge me. Yo, says, dude, try out Affliction. Give it another go, man. Give it more than one game a go. Vextech getting hit with a hard trick inside of it into wings. Try to see if he can clap on Versace. Immediately going to be a bubble for Versace just to keep himself floating ahead a little bit longer. It's going to go for a Crucible for another solid field. Vextech still has wings, but he is too far away from Versace to be able to get anything going. Does he have hand for freedom for this, for that hand of hindrance? And Versace is staying on the ledge as best as possible just to stay away from Vextech, just trying to keep it as bait from those cooldowns. That's literally what he's doing. He's just running from CDs. Oh my god, Vextech, that's so much of your pressure, so much of your potential damage gone. With the Shield of Vengeance, trying to see if he can make an offensive comeback to Versace though. Versace is not looking to hit that thing either, but that's going to be Templar slapping Versace, landing a flashlight with another stone. Trinkets out of this one, however. And Vextech's Shield of Vengeance is still looking pretty healthy. I think it's going to pop. But he never got to do any kind of big value damage. Going to be a stun onto Vextech. Versace is going to go for some damage here. Drop it on the Hearthstone. Trying to see if he can watch out him not only in the game, but maybe get a big old face command. Oh my god, what is that damage by the Red Paladin? Vextech got way too confident there. Thought, yeah, I have about 20% health. Yep. Paladin's just going to steal that 20% health in a global. Oh my god, and Zulalu is up next. Getting an opener onto Versace. And he's trying to go for a bit of a reset play. Dropping up the dots and trying to see if he can just land a rooter to Versace. Who did get some damage back on Zulalu. If he can deny the reset by the Feral. Hand of Hindrance coming in clutch though. Getting that slow bash coming in. Going to be heavily DR'd as Zulalu does get at least a bite in. Zulalu's going to be a wings. Going to be a minute long wings for Versace. Forced out a trick out of Zulalu. That's exactly what he needed. Playing very defensive. Crucible Flame for a self heal. Just trying to make it out of away from Zulalu ASAP. Shield of Vengeance to rotate out of this damage as bleeds are stacking up. Could maybe get a big execute sentence onto Zulalu. He does pre-wall this damage. Wants to stay in, wants to keep fighting, might want to play a bit more defensively. Big Shield of Vengeance pop even through wall. That's a lot of damage through wall. Renewal coming in, but that's going to be DR'd. Renewal, lots of healing reduction here. Versace is staying hyper offensive, trying to get a cast off, forcing a cooldown status a lot, catching him in a hodge, and that's going to be enough damage to take him out at the very end there. This man just dismantled this whole team red right now. Not even playing the big bursty build like Athaman was doing over on you with a big judgment playstyle. Just a more very slow paced, very self-heal heavy, forcing out cooldowns little by little build, forcing everything out of these guys. That's just one man on Team Blue. Gonna be Grizzle. Try to see if he can swap forms a little bit. Try to see if he can take up the damage from Versace. Where's someone said 17% dampening. It's gonna be high enough dampening where these guys are gonna start to feel hurt if they're trying to consistently heal themselves, but this won't be too terrible. That's gotta be Versace. Get it now and again. Another minute-long wings out of Grizzle. Forcing out Chicken with Thorns and just doesn't want to hit the Feral at all. Hand of Freedom ponying up. Trying to go for a bit of a self-heal. He got the cooldowns he needed out of Grizzle. If Grizzle can pre-wall the next hard setup, then he might be in a good spot. But until then, he's got out in the open without that trinket. Versace juking out that kick from the Feral. So he's going to be able to get a couple flashlight heals for free. Even getting that Crucible for another hot heal rolling as well to stack up a fatter Crucible later. Lighting that cycle at the last moment. Try to see if he can maybe get himself a full Hydra to Grizzle. Try to set up resources. Does get hit with a Skull Bash. Locked out of heals for a little bit, but should be able to go for a setup. Hodge coming down with full wings right here. Going up for big damage right now. Sage Chicken coming in for Grizzle. Is that still going to be enough? Massive damage continuing. Templars are still continuing to bash damage back into Grizzle. He has a bite. That's it though. Versace taking everybody out. Back to back to back. Nobody's stood a chance there. Except maybe Kanda. I'm pretty sure that is the same survival hunter from a video. Yo, get Kanda back in on these, dude. Kanda gotta give it another go. Kanda gotta give that one another full go. Got a 5 out of 5. Alright, let's get Seavark versus Jeff Kang then, yeah? Yo, Grizzle. You're more than welcome to keep the group you want or get a new one going. We're gonna get Seavark, since most of the guys on this team didn't even get to play. And we're gonna get Jeff Kang versing one another. Is it 80? 80 on the Alliance. Ozra must sustain build, damage 2 builds. Yeah, I could tell, dude. I could tell playing that, I picked up Boom instead of him. Alright, Seavark. He's gonna rotate him out. Yo, let that guy play. Let Quinrad play a couple of games, man, yeah? Let Quinrad play a bit. What are the guilds? What are the alliance groups? We got one with Seavark. If somebody wants to start one, you're more than welcome to Warthrus. Our pal is not in, but yeah, no. I think our paladins is not imbalanced, man. I don't think our raid pally is OP. I think they're just fine, man. I think they're just fine. What is this? Oh, that's a good song. Do I have this one added in the list? Let me see. What other songs is it gonna play in the list? So that is the question. Is it gonna? Yeah, let's go back to the duel mix. This song is really good, but the next one after that, not the big one. We just gotta go to the duels playlist just to make sure we're safe. Alrighty, boys. Give me the good one. Give me a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one to start with. We picked up Boom playing that Warlock. Is he gonna play that Affliction or Destruction? We're gonna see. I keep forgetting that Boom is no longer a rogue, man. It's so weird. Switch. We got ourselves Team Blue with Boomasaur. Swapping out for Elendil. We got Seavark in the back. We got ourselves Lecky, Peachy, and Zachary, who have not got to play the game at all. Versus Team Red with Aries. We got Ani coming in as the DHP, Blood as Assassination, Zathun playing that, I want to say, Boomkin? Okay, he can stay in cat form if he wants to. And we got ourselves where? Angel? Demon CEO. How's it going, Angel? Alright, we got ourselves Oni You versus Boomasaur, Demon Hunter versus a Master of Demons, a Warlock themselves. Has to be Destruction, unless he's played Affliction, dude. I'm looking at that Scythe and I'm thinking Affliction every single time. Every single time, dude. It'll be an interesting fight. Now, we'll see how it goes, boys. We'll see how it goes. Let's get Quinrad in here, a couple more of these, dude. Just because you got a one and done, let's get him a couple more right after. Now, if Red Pally fought the left team, could have been hard. Red Pally would have looked to her busted. True, true. It's gonna be I-beam for audio in the opener, but it's gonna be a succubus CC, and Boomasaur trying to see if he can go and pedal his little legs ASAP right now, trying to get away from audio. It's gonna go for a shot if you're stun lock, Chaos Bolt, Cataclysm, Wombo combo with Conflax to keep audio in same place, getting big damage, dropping audio yourself close to that 50 percentile. And Oni is going to have to go for that Crucible self-heal a little bit early. Every time he gets I-beam, he should be able to get himself a big setup for heals, big setup for damage too. Going to go for a bit of an imprison onto Boomasaur with a stun to follow Psychotronic right after. But it's going to get in with a Seduction. Trinkets out of Seduction into Horror Effect, Fear combo into Boomasaur, landing a full Infernal on top of the boy with Chaos Bolts coming. He's going to go for a bit of Metamorphosis. Trying to use the Meta to run away, but another Chaos Bolt is going to come. Does Darkness keep him alive? Darkness absorbing that Chaos Bolt. That could have been a detrimental Chaos Bolt for him. It's going to go for a bit of a self-play behind here with the Infernal. Just going to hang out with this Infernal and leech as much health off of this thing as he has. Looks like he was hit with a Cataclysm around the corner. But it's going to be a big reset. Saw Boomasaur pop it down, even killing the Infernal. Waited out for that thing long enough. Keeping the Succubus out in the open, but that Conflag is going to catch him out here. And that Succubus in a good position to go for a CC. Nope. Boomasaur is going to have to go for a long way. Might have to reposition the Succubus, or at least, yeah, going to go for a reposition on the Succubus. Keeping that thing out in the open. Succubus CC coming out right now. As a Cyclotronic trying to come in on Boomasaur, not letting on to you. Get the big cooldowns going. Is going to go for that Cataclysm. And with a Chaos Bolt, Shadow Flame. Double Chaos Bolt actual combo, almost landing that Chaos Bolt, but the immobility of a Warlock is not going to let him get those casts off super quickly. Tried to go for a bit of a Chaos Bolt again, but it's going to go for a Horror Effect. Trying to juke out a dodge on EU's interrupt. Doesn't want to get CC'd on Chaos Bolts, which will just lock him out completely 2 minutes in. And on is already, he's still looking healthy. I mean, even his health is super low. Able to stop the I-beam and Metamorphosis every single time. Boomasaur has been super consistent on stopping the damage output for Oniyu. Conflagging him as he's trying to get behind the corner. Not letting him go anywhere. Not letting him get the most healing while Metamorphosis is out. But not letting him also get a full reset on health by keeping to truck damage into him whenever possible. Oniyu is actually not looking that healthy. All he can really do is go for that Crucible. That's literally all he can do, is use Crucible for a self-heal. I would even at this point just get resources, I-beam, and use Crucible. Get it stopped midway, trying to make it to Boomasaur with a Fear to follow to keep him running. And that's going to be a Chaos Bolt, Shatter Fury, Wombo combo, Cataclysm to lock him down, bursting the shield yet again. Another Conflag to keep him at bay. Looks like he wants to get up close and personal with an interrupt on the Boomasaur. Another Succubus CC has it, tricking back up, breaking out of whatever CC he can. And again, Boomasaur just trying to stop as much of this demon form damage. He's gonna wall this right now, and he's gonna go for a bit of a Chaos Bolt setup with a stun to follow chickens out of that stun. And on you looking for that CC. He came in, got that I-beam for a second, got that Metamorphosis for a short moment, did a little bit of damage to Boomasaur, enough to recover back on health through all that back-to-back CC. And Ani is still looking very healthy with a few more Crucibles to just get himself up and running, fully topped off on health. That's all this man needs to, is just get himself even a little bit of a touch. So Boomasaur is just trying to play for a long game as best as possible, trying to let a Cataclysm around the corner, trying to pull his sped back, not give him any resources. And that's going to be another Chaos Bolt. You used to land those Chaos Bolts back to back if he wants to get any big damage into Oniyu. That's going to be another Succubus CC. No trick available for Oniyu. So Boomasaur can go for a big setup. That's going to be next big stun with the Chaos Bolt. Oniyu is already fairly low on health. Shadow Fury is going to slam. No, actually dodges that Shadow Fury, but another Infernal does join the fight. He dodged that Shadow Fury at the last moment. Boomasaur was a little bit quicker with that Chaos Bolt cast during the Succubus CC. He might have had a really good setup. That's going to be a Infernal that is going to dissipate very early on. I hope he doesn't count as a kill for Oniyu when he kills it as a despawns, because it looks like it's almost like he absorbs its health to get a lot of healing. Boomasaur going to go for big damage. Chaos Bolt coming out. Is he going to go for a setup? No, Incinerate instead of going for more damage. Chaos Bolts are just getting chucked out for him right now. Doesn't want to go for the setup with a stun Wombo combo, even in sending the pet over onto Oniyu right now. It's going to give him so many resources. Start on the pet. I-beam just going to go leeching the health off of the pet at this point. This man is just trying to get whatever health he can get. The amount of healing a Demon Hunter has is absolutely astronomical. Like, what is this, dude? What is this self-healing? Like, that might be a little too much. Maybe it's like a hybrid class that has a self-heal. But like a Demon Hunter, dude. Boomstar is not discouraged by it just yet, dropping down the Infernal, double stun onto ONIU. Chaos are still flying, Conflag to keep in place, does land a fresh new Immolate in there, and with a Maledict to follow for ONIU to get as least amount of healing as possible. Still, even through the Maledict, another Infernal dropping down. It's going to be another drain left to get through a little bit of a shield that ONIU gets. Might go for an I-beam here. Gonna be a Warlock Gateway for Boomstar, just wants to get right next to ONIU. Got him super low, getting interrupted on the fear, but Chaos are still flying, and looks like ONIU is going to be able to absorb a lot of this Chaos Bolt. Looks like does get a blurred darkness to walk him out of darkness with a fear, walking him out of darkness with a Chaos Bolt setting up. I think that's going to be the closeout to that game. Does get himself a small heal, double heal, while Demonic is still up. He's still alive, he's still kicking. How does he do it? Demonic heal leeching is absolutely absurd. Another Conflag and even another CC by Boomstar. No, the Chaos Bolt. Is that going to be enough? Blade Dancer follow, absorbing damage off of the pet, literally ripping the damage onto the pet. He does not go down. Another Succubus CC. Just a little bit more crowd control. Does Boomstar have enough here? Another Immolate. Maybe he'll be able to go again. Conflag in order to stop in place. I-beam triple along the Metamorphosis a little bit longer. Does Boomstar have enough damage? ONIU is just healing every time he gets a global. He gets to heal. Imprison onto Boomstar is going to bail out of there. What is this damage output? What is this healing output while you are at it? This is absolutely insane. We've seen Demon Hunters do this much healing, but he's been teetering on the edge of death for so long. I feel like at this point, Boomstar might as well go for a big setup. He's going to go for a stun. Cataclysm, does he have enough to finish it? Going to go for the center. It's another Conflag at the end there. ONIU getting that stun to Boomstar. Does clap him out with a horror effect for a second with a Succubus CC to follow. Cataclysm is going to come in here with a Chaos Bolt. Big damage out of Boomstar. Had to go for a pure perfect play. That Demon Hunter got to like 5% health, 2% health, and recovered and stabilized even. And out of the frying pan into the kitchen for Boomstar with Angel is going to hit him with a fear. Perfect to walk him out of the darkness so you can chuck out a Chaos Bolt or two. Those Chaos Bolts are going to be... I don't think they're going to get beefed up by the Infernal, are they? If it's like a random Vision of Perfection Infernal, right? That's going to be another fear onto Angel. Does streak it out of it, so that's a good setup for Boom. He's going to go for a bit of a Demonic Gateway to get himself up above. Angel sitting there with a pet, hanging on, and Boomstar is going to go for a bit of a kiting strat. Needs to play the long game against his Demon Hunters. It might not be exactly just like ONIU in terms of the gameplay, in terms of the damage output, but still might be tough. Boomstar having to refresh his armor real quick as it's going to be barraged by the fell lances from Angel. Random Infernal drop and run on top of him. Those Infernals are doing quite a lot of damage, actually. Look at that Infernal damage, dude. Look, just by being next to Angel, that's going to be a second Infernal. Full stun onto Angel. Into a horror effect. Does he have a second Chaos Bolt? He does. 2 Demon Hunters. Back-to-back clapping. This man slaying Demon Hunters like it's nothing. Eating them for breakfast. Have to play this perfectly in order to make a play. But he is doing such a good job. Going to be a silence out of Zathun. As he's going to go for a bit of a boomkit play. Big resource coming out for Zathun. Try to go for a bit of a solar beam onto Boomstar. Double fear just to get him running in the other direction. Does have adaptation for these duels. It might not be the best setup for him, as Boomstar tried to go for a bit of a stun onto Zathun. Doesn't look like he actually ended it. Tried to trade out those Star Surges with Chaos Bolts. Continue to Star Surge as much as humanly possible. He still gets some damage. He still gets some juice in him. He's still kicking right now. Getting the Solar Rest in there. Boomstar not looking healthy anymore. Zathun doesn't have a lot of heals either. It's going to be Barskin down. Has renewable if he needs to, though. Could go for a Swift Man, I guess, so we don't really know because we don't see his talents here. Chaos Bolt is going to drop him fairly low, and Boomstar is he just going to go hyper offensive, drain life into bear form for Zathun. He does pop into bear form just to get himself a renewal. That's going to be a Maledict to smack him right afterwards. Got the heal while he needed. Needs to get more Star Surges into Boomstar right now. Is going to go for a little bit of a travel form. Boomstar needs to get another horror effect out, and the guy is going to interrupt Zathun as he's trying to get a heal. That's going to be even a safety chicken proc in for the Balance Druid on Ragnaros. Couple of regrowths to follow. Boomstar needs to make sure he has a stun or needs to get a death call in. Random Infernal spawns Zathun. Get himself a laser beam from above onto Boomstar to get maybe a bit of resources. Does interrupt him or does silence him while in a root. Could maybe go for a setup. Playing very, very defensively. That's going to be an interrupt by the pet immediately as soon as he gets a chance. Couple regrowths to follow at 32% dampening thorns to maybe slow down the pet. And Boomstar is already on the chase. Horror effect does have the line of sight for a while, landing at least that Immolate with a Chaos Bolt to follow. I think that might be lights out for Zathun. He does go down. Lights out for the Balance Druid. Gave it the best shot he could, and a Conflag before Ares could get over there. Looking to maybe get a grip in there. Does land a grip, but moves out on the side of the grip with a Succubus CC. Is that going to be a trinket out of the Death Knight? It is not. He's going to wait out for a bit. Bulbasaur looking quite healthy right now. Has a trinket coming up very, very soon. That's going to be Random Infernal getting summoned up, and that's going to be Casbolt to force out the AMS. But that root on Bulbasaur is going to slow him down even more. Already, Warlocks are very mobile, and Arius has that. He can make him even less immobile, except for that. Oh, big rip on the Casbolt, however. Bulbasaur couldn't get that one up. Dropping down a real Infernal trinket out of Arius. Might have to take up in defenses. Gonna be a Fury to Arius with another Casbolt, another Fury to follow. Doesn't have a way out of it. Could go for a bit of an IBF. Should go for an IBF. Trying to set out rockets on Bulbasaur. Another Casbolt smacking him with a horrific to run away. Etc. It's coming out as Bulbasaur just trying to end them with a drain life, draining everything that is Arius. As he pumped out, rotated every defensive in the world. Bulbasaur picking up the eyes right now to deal with P-Blood, catching him and come flag, rooting him before he can get out. Double root into a Shot of Fury. Doesn't make that Shot of Fury, however. So Bulbasaur looking really healthy right now, man. Wall, trinket, everything available. No Infernal, but he does get random Infernals here and there. And he's going to send out the Succubus to get the slows on the P-Blood. Has a Mark for Death ready on the Bulbasaur. He wants to go for a Kidney Shot. Needs to give this Rogue a bay. That Rogue played his hand a little bit early with a Mark for Death. And P-Blood just might have to go and put calm points and dots onto the pet instead. So at least he has that. He has the pet to generate calm points off of. Bulbasaur trying to go for a little bit of a Cataclysm around the corner just to get some freebie damage on the P-Blood. Might decide to do it. Waiting for P-Blood to use Sprint any moment. Come flag into a Fear just to get him caught in the place. Is going to drop down random Infernal Summon, Shadow Step, and a Kidney Shot onto Bulbasaur. Does P-Blood go for big damage? Good Poison Bomb proc right here. Huge damage out of him right now. That's going to be a, Dark Iron Racial for Bulbasaur to shed all the dots off himself. Cloak of Shadows for P-Blood with Vendetta. That's going to be Wall for Boom as he gets another Casbolt as Cloak of Shadows dissipates. P-Blood still has advantage if he needs to Fear coming out and doesn't have a way out of it. Trinkets out of that Fear actually with advantage to follow. Bulbasaur still has a Vendetta on him. Has himself cooldowns rolling with Dark Stone stability. Going to be maybe a Succubus CC coming out onto P-Blood. It looks like the pet might have gotten stunned as he's trying to bail away from Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur might be able to get himself a bit of a reset. P-Blood is back there with a pet. Has something to generate calm points off of, but the pet is at least keeping him slow, at least keeping him out of stealth and in combat. Could go for a pet CC too, as Bulbasaur is trying to make himself around the corner come flag, and that's going to be a Smoke Bomb. Shot if you're into that Smoke Bomb. Cataclysm has two spells he can get into that smoke right now. P-Blood is going to have a pretty strong dot rolling on him. Kidney Shot onto Bulbasaur, but that's going to be a horror effect on the trinket out of him. Fear blinds that Fear as a Maledic is coursing through. Bulbasaur could go for a Succubus CC if he needed to. He's going to go for Succubus CC. Looks like Bulbasaur might be able to close out this game with a couple of Casbolts here. Longest Casbolt cast in the world with a come flag. Infernal to follow. People are trying to pre-feint. Gonna go for a bit of a flame, but that flame is not gonna be enough to heal as the Casbolt smacks him. That's a 1v5 by Bulbasaur, the Destro Warlock, man. That's a hard fought fight right here. That was a hard one. Can you believe the amount of healing that this Demon Hunters did, dude? The healing, man. One of the Demon Hunters left too, so we could see just how much health he had. Oh my god. Boom is back, boys. Holy shit. Boom is going last. We want to play LMAO. We can get Jeff Kang and Gruzzle real quick. Seavark has not got to play at all. We could get another team at Seavark. We're still full. Should we get Jeff Kang or Gruzzle just for the variety? Because Seavark already fought Gruzzle. Seavark already fought Jeff Kang. So, should we get Jeff Kang versus Gruzzle or what? Привет, брат, здорово, or nice, здорово, that's Destro for you. We haven't seen a really good Destro in a while, Christers. I gotta give you that. I gotta tell you, we haven't seen a really good one in quite a while. We've seen a lot of Demon Hunters. Teams open, you can do Ally Horde. If you guys want to make one, you join one, you're more than welcome to. If you want to just add yourself into one or make one. I want to join, but I see your group, you're worthless. You might just have to make one yourself, man. You guys can make yourselves. Starting group right now, alright, Jeff Kang is redoing it. We could get Seavark and Gruzzle back in. And then 1v5 does. They only fought 2 of our players. Yeah, true. Another same thing that Mage basically does. Mage, Poly, Greater, Works, Warlock, Fear, Casbolts are both busted. I feel like both are, you can play against them. You can play around them. But a Mage or it's like a Rogue, right? You know a Rogue is going to land a kidney on you. You just got to play around that kidney. You know what I mean? That's how the classes are balanced around. The DHs were good, just outplayed them hard. Dude, both the Demon Hunters played like motherfuckers right there, dude. That was so close. A first one versus Boom versus the DH was insane. Fire busted, but not in a 1v1. I feel like every class is busted in a certain situation. Like, look at Pharaohs. Pharaohs are incredibly good at 1v1, but you won't really bring him in a 2v2 or 3v3, right? Alrighty, let's get ourselves Seawark versus Gruzzle again. Because a lot of the guys on Seawark's team didn't even get to play. We're gonna get them back in. Jeff Gang got 5. We'll get Jeff Gang versus Gruzzle after this. Really getting by Fire Mages and Destro Warlocks. I mean, if you got to choice one or the other, yeah. Well, Fire Mages, I would rationalize like this: Fire Mages need to cast a Greater Pyro. Destro Warlocks just need to have Soul Shards for a Chaos Bolt. So a Destro Warlock managing Soul Shards to get a Chaos Bolt and Conflags for a faster Chaos Bolt, I don't think it's as bad as Fire Mage with a Greater Pyro. But that's just me, maybe. Where's Kyle Jr.? Yo, if somebody wants to get Kyle in here, dude, more than welcome to. We haven't seen Kyle in a bit. Probably playing Classic as everybody else. That's most likely the answer for everybody. I saved them, right? I think I did. Alrighty, boys, we got ourselves switch. We got ourselves Gruzzle on Team Blue. Playing that Pharaoh. We got Kanda back in. We got Omen hanging out and playing that Affliction. Look at that Mog, man. Changed up a little bit. We got ourselves Vextech playing more of that Ret, and we got Zulalu, more of that Feral on Team Blue with Boomasaur. Look at that. What is that Mog? Just like random pieces here and there. Playing the Destruction. That's why it's so weird. We got Seawork in the back. We got Lecky, Peachy, and Zachary. And Boomasaur is not going to be going first. He only just got a 1v5. So it looks like it's going to be Seawark off the bat, just doing a little bit of a walk versus him, versus Omen. We're going to have Affliction Warlock gameplay versus Fire Mage, man. We're going to have the big burstiest damage ever versus the slowest creeping death possible. So we'll see how this works out. Omen not playing with a pet. He's going to have a harder time getting some interrupts onto Seawark, because if he is CC'd, he can't interrupt Seawark. But if he's CC'd and the pet can interrupt Seawark, well, that's a different story. So I might honestly put him behind, but maybe playing Affliction, you do want to go for that Sacrifice Pet ability, so you can get more damage, more value out of the dots. Greater Pyro Blast coming out with a Trinket and a Reflect back to Seawark, eating his own Greater Pyro. He's going to go for a bit of a Polymorph, getting hit with an Interrupt on the Poly with a Horrific Fear, as Omen is trying to get the damage over time. Rolling on to Seawark, being very productive and very proactive with his damage. That's going to be Greater Pyro Blast. I don't think Seawark is going to be able to catch a corner around it, but that's going to be cooldowns out of Omen with his Dark Soul, getting all that haste, trying to get the UAs onto Seawark. That's a lot of damage right now. Big haste. Seawark is fully dotted up. Is just trying to see if he can deal with this. Trying to maybe even go for a self-heal with a Crucible. But the dots are going to start doing damage to him. Omen just got to make sure he maintains those dots, doesn't let him fall off, and if he can get those silences. If he went for a Fell Hunter too, is getting that interrupt on a Polymorph, getting that fear on a Greater Pyro Blast, so he can line up his own UAs on a Seawark, back-to-back UAs, getting interrupted on those Greater Pyro. He's just going to line aside that thing, just to make sure Agony and Corruption and whatever else he's running are on Seawark, maybe Siphon Life. His Omen's health, he's actually taking quite a bit of damage so far. That Polymorph is going to get him a full reset. He's going to go for a shield right now with a freeze. Oh, that Ring of Frost does not connect. However, Fear on Seawark can get a couple more UAs to fall and Seawark chucking out a couple Pyroblasts. But that damage over time is going to start rotting him. Better have for himself a way to go for a bit of a shield. He is getting himself some heals. Warlock health coming up a little bit early that he picked up from Boomasaur. That's going to be one of the shorter polymers for Omen. Still going to eat a Greater Pyro. Went for a little bit of an intro or Reflect, but a little bit late. That's going to be Wall down, Reflect down for Omen. But he does land a Fear on Seawark and a Refresher on his dots. He's going to be down on some cooldowns here. And as he's getting low, Seawark using that Crucible Flame for a cheeky offensive output rather than a self-heal, getting a Ruta to Omen. Maybe hoping to get a cast to juke off. He's going to get a Fireball, hoping to maybe that Omen does interrupt it. Cyclotronic, hoping Omen also interrupts that. Sees Omen casting a Fear and is going to get him in a Dragon's Breath. Another Fireball, just getting super offensive. Not even going to go for Polymorph. That's going to be Combustion onto Omen as he doesn't have a single defensive. Trying to land a Fear onto Seawark. Does land it. Could maybe be an Ice Block on the Seawark if he wants to go hyper offensive. Another Fear, but that's going to be UAs with barely any health left. Omen doesn't have a lot to work with. Horror Effect gets himself a Reflect in case Seawark, I guess, tries to get out of that. It's going to go for a Dark Glare. It's going to add a little bit extra damage to Seawark. That Drain Life is doing work, however. He's trying to equalize. The Seawark health is super low. He just throwing it around out of nowhere with an Ice Block. Still has that access to the Dark Glare. If Omen can trick it, the needed CC and get Seawark interrupted in the right situation, might be able to get it. Trying to go for a shot of Fear. Almost landed. Going to be temporal for Seawark. Gets his own shield up and running. Breath onto Omen. with the Ring of Frost to keep himself low. Might just want to trigger this. No. Seawork goes for a fireball. Interrupted him on Shadow. No! Interrupted him on Fear. Locked him out of being able to interrupt Seawork or pop a defensive. And down he goes. Trigger for Vextech immediately for that polymorph. Getting that execution sentence onto Seawork with a judgment to follow and a crucible right after. Seawork might want to make sure to maintain heals on himself as best as possible. Yeah, Vextech throwing them daggers through the wall, man. Throw the daggers through the wall. Seawork accidentally keeping his back to Vextech. Mounting up and is going to do a quick leap onto Vextech with a breath into his face. Trying to see if he can dispatch him. Still looking for a full reset, however. No trinket. Temporal available. Polymorphs are available. No ice blocks. Seawork is going to be down on cooldowns for a bit. Trying to get offensive with that Ring of Frost too. Vextech could go for a hodge from this far away. Seawork going to bail out. That's going to be a temporal for him. Seawork gets up at least a defensive Vextech heal through. Make sure to have enough health before another greater strikes him. That's going to be a hodge onto Seawork with wings. I don't think he's going to survive this big damage out of the Paladin. And Seawork is going to almost go down. Warlock Hellstone coming in clutch here with a bit of a shield. Root onto Vextech. He could go for a Hand of Freedom. Does he have any? Looks like he already burned all his Hand of Freedoms early. So Seawork does get to live for just another second. Doesn't have a way out of this. Is going to go for a blink while mounting up. I didn't know the mages could mount up while blinking. Against Shimmer lets you do that. So it's going to give him that much needed mobility to stay ahead of a Paladin. That's going to be another mount up for the Crusader or Vextech as he's trying to get himself a little bit of a crucible onto Seawork. Seawork is going to have to go for self-heal. Get in those shields. Trying to stay offensive, trying to stay proactive, trying to let up himself a kill. He doesn't have any self-heals. Gets a freeze on the Vextech, but he doesn't get frozen. Vextech could have just sat there and healed himself. Cyclotron to follow. Might be a bubble on a Vextech as he's got a super low bubble coming out. Let's see if I can actually pops cooldowns to follow with an invis. Just see if he can get out of there. Trying to see if he can juke out. Vextech looks like it's not going to happen. Get that Greater Pyro. Could be a stun out of him any moment. Gonna get a temporal rolling. Pre-temporaling this stun, which is perfect. Vextech is going to go for wings. Still could just burn through temporal really early on. Seawork has a trick. Shield comes in at the last moment clutch, and that's going to be a cauterize right now. Trying to keep himself afloat. Doesn't have any way to self-heal. And down he goes. That was actually such a close match. That was actually such a close game. It's not even funny. Holy crap, I feel like Seawork lived long enough just by a hair. That would have been it, dude. That would have been the kill on the Paladin. Cyclotronic coming in for Lecky. Why he got himself demonic rolling. Short stun onto Vextech. Second Azeroth beam. Second beam coming out. This man just got beams everywhere. He got the Cyclotronic. He got the meme beam from the Essence. He got the eye beam. This man is just beam central. I tried to make a joke out of it. That was a terrible attempt. Vextech, however, doesn't want to joke around, man. He's dropping in wings. That's going to be Lecky actually super low on health. Could go down to this damage. Big damage out of the Paladin. Lecky didn't drop. Darkness didn't fly up in the air. Should have been disengaging from him earlier. Told you. Vextech is not joking. I'm trying to make jokes. Vextech is out here to win. He's out here to score kills. Peachy looks like he's going to be up next as a Feral Druid. Wants to give him a bit of an honor duel, it looks like. Or at least be like, alright, you cool? You got health? You good? Alright, I'm going to waddle over here. Pull a Houdini. Stealth up and run the other direction. I'm actually going to get that opener out of Peachy. Peachy doesn't look like he has a trinket. I think it's a UI bug. I think Peachy does have... Or it looks like Peachy does not have a trinket. I don't know what Peachy trinketed. If they did trinket anything. But if Vextech is aware that they don't have a trinket, he could go for full wings. He could clap out the Feral in a single opener. Getting the execution sentences, getting hit with a bash, however. Shield advantage for Vextech is going to be able to get that dot damage to follow. Wings coming out. Does he get a hodge to Peachy? Trying to throw damage in. Does he have a Hand of Freedom to catch up, however? If he could get a full stun with wings right now, shield advantage is still holding up. That shield can still proc back to him. Looks like he's going to play very defensive here. Shield is going to proc. Does Peachy have a trinket or no? Vextech, do you have another set of wings? It looks like he used the mid-long wings. Full wings might come out here. No, Peachy does have a trinket this time. Might have been a UI error. It had to have been a UI error. Bob coming out for Vextech a little bit early, trying to get damage back to Peachy, trying to min-max the wings, but that's going to be a route to separate these two. Vextech decided, you know what, somebody's get rooted. He's going to spam out self heals. More mount up available as Peachy is going to go for cooldowns themselves into the fat incarnation damage. Vextech trying to get some damage back to Peachy, but that wall keeping him afloat. Peachy is going to go for a bite, maybe a second bite. Execution set is getting set up. If Vextech can get another Hodge, does get another Hodge to Peachy. Does he have the damage to follow? Wings dissipate at the last moment as he needs him. So that's going to be a stun onto Peachy, but more a defensive stun so he can get himself a couple more heals for Peachy. This is perfect. Still has incarnation. And Peachy can go for a long game to continue himself into the next guy. There's still 4 more people, or 3 more people left on Team Red after Vextech. Thorns are up. Vextech trying to get the big damage, but a bite separates himself from victory and defeat. And down he goes. Gruzzle is up next. As a Feral versus Peachy. Actually letting him get the honor duel. What a nice guy. What a nice guy. Peachy is going to take the mage food and eat it. I'm going to get a soda set up for myself while I'm here. F it. Soda of choice today, boys, is Diet Pepsi. I like Dr. Pepper, but you gotta mix it up once in a while. Gruzzle, letting Peachy get another opener, is gonna go for a bit of a regrowth. So Peachy does strike first, but Peachy is without a trinket for a bit. If Gruzzle could go for some big damage, gonna be thorns out of Peachy. Is Gruzzle gonna go for back-to-back thorns? No, wall is damage. Popping thorns at the last moment with wall up and running. But Peachy's just gonna go doing damage into it, just at least to put some bleeds on the guy. It's gonna go for a bit of a healing over time. But a bash comes in for Gruzzle, does charge bash, but has to still swap to a feral form in order to get the big damage going. Big bottom to Peachy, but they go into bear form, renewal up and running. That's Gruzzle with full cooldowns. Try to see if he can get some recovery with those regrowths. Peachy might have to go for a regrowth as well. Gruzzle still has cooldowns. He must strike while the iron is hot. He has incarnation rolling, but he's going to go for a full reset. Gonna go for a long game. I would just continue it on. He still has a trinket. He doesn't have 2 sets of walls, however. But still with that trinket, he would have had himself a decent setup. And Peachy is going to be able to catch a reset. Might even catch an opener onto Gruzzle. That might have been the play here. That might have been the play that lost Gruzzle the win here. That might have been the game-ending play, as Peachy is going to get himself a Harlan's dice roll. What a nice trinket. That's so good for Feral. Crit, Mastery, and Haste are all great stats for you. Gruzzle's going to get a Thorns up and running a little bit early. I think Peachy tried to go for a Hibernate for a second. Didn't happen. Gruzzle taking a lot of damage, even though he is the one with Thorns. That opener by Peachy to put up massive bleeds is just too much. Double Crucible back to back. He does get a short stun, but it's going to be a Skull Bash out of Peachy for that regrowth heal. Those Crucible dots and the bleeds are just melted the dude. Zulalu is up next as a Feral. Should see where Peachy is at. Peachy's going to go for that mage food. Zulalu could go attack him. You're more than welcome to. You don't need to give him an honor duel. It's only if you want to, but if you choose not to, you're more than welcome to. Peachy gonna eat that dot damage in the opener. Try to go for a Hibernate until Zalala is gonna shift out of it. Very interesting choice of abilities. If he did get the Hibernate, I think he would have been able to get an opener on the guy. That's a good ability to use. Peachy picking up the eyes a little bit early to watch out for Zulalu. He knows more or less where he's at. He knows he's around the pillar. He knows, yeah, he sees him. Doesn't have Moonfire to hit him with, but that's going to be an opener by Zulalu. Still nab that opener. That's his perfect opportunity to get the bleeds going into double stun bash to Peachy with a bite. Peachy is going to go for a bit of Thorns damage right now, and so will Zulalu. Cyclone trying to come out. Did actually juke out the kick. He actually does land the kick onto that Cyclone. Peachy has to go for a bear form to go for a little bit of heal up. Cyclone trying to come out against Zulalu. Doesn't have an answer for it. It's going to trinket out of it. Perfect opportunity for Peachy to go strike. Go in that incarnation. Big rake damage. Could go for a bash onto Zulalu. Is going to follow up with a bash. Zulalu does get to pre-wall a portion of this burst, getting some damage back into Peachy. That's going to be tricking out Peachy, but Zulalu's health is not looking that good. Renewal does come in. Doesn't have to use it in bear form, so not the most amount of heals. Barely heals. Trying to survive. Getting a Crucible offensive. Should have went for a Crucible defensive, and Peachy's going to get that early route onto Kanda. He's going to go for a bit of a disengage. Try to see if he can get a disengage and chase for Peachy. He's going to go for Crucibles back to back with that big damage harpoon to follow. Just continue to chase. Get that bad stun around the corner. Peachy has no answer for this one. That's going to be able to clap out Peachy. That's exactly what needed to happen here. Zachary is up next as a Fury Warrior, getting hit with a freeze trap immediately. Now, Zachary should be aware of how Gachikun plays in these duels. There's a lot of plays that a Fury Warrior can do to beat a survival. It's hard, but hopefully he'll be utilizing all of it. How is he doing right now? Zachary is focusing on Kanda. He is not. Oh, big Azeroth elemental coming in for Zachary, however. He's going to use that underrun chicken for a bit of self-heal for Fury. What is this, dude? Oh my god. Still taking a lot of damage. Malik is going to prevent a lot of the healing. He's going to try to heal through the Malik, but a freezing trap is going to separate these two. That was still a lot of damage onto Kanda with that Azeroth elemental. Still spiking Kanda. Might have to go for Turtle Shell a little bit early. Stun coming out. Chickens out of it with a Turtle Shell. Zachary wants to close in for that kill. Trying to go for that execute damage. What a good play with an elemental. That's actually the way to go for Fury. That elemental does so much damage on the side. Fury already does damage on its own, but that elemental is like a Ellie Shaman Ellie, but even better maybe. There's going to be human racial for Zachary. I see Trinkets, and it's going to be a freezing trap to follow right after. Kanda did use his cooldowns there for damage, but it's actually going to go for a bit of a defensive play. The cooldowns are a 2-minute CD. So at least not in a bad spot. Zachary hopefully picked up some mage food from the mage earlier. Because you could sit down and get some food, dude. Get some eating. There's going to be Warlock Hellstone available. He is going to sit down and eat. We're just going to force Kanda to approach. Zachary should be eating not for health, but rather for a setup against Kanda. And Kanda is actually just letting the pet attack Zachary. Zachary could do the Kachka play. Turn around and start hitting the pet whenever possible, because that's every global and Bloodthirst that could happen. Try to see if you can get a big rampage onto Kanda. Who's going to pull his pet back and everything? Manning bandages back to back. Is going to go for a harpoon onto Zachary before he gets the charge. Is going to try to see if he can get around him. More of that Crucible is coming out. Kanda is just getting that kill commands back to back with those Homunculus bites over and over. Zachary trying to see if he can survive this. Stun coming out, and what was that damage? Zachary, not sure what killed him just now. Was that a commanding shot that dissipated? That might have been a commanding shot that he had going, like a minute-long commanding shot that disappeared at the last moment. And Boomster getting that pet over there, getting the stun to Kanda without an answer, getting that hand to go down, drain life. Did go for a bit of a feign death. I don't know if Kanda survives this, dude. If he survives this, that would be something. But that pet over there is just reducing how much healing you do with that Mortal Strike effect. And it's just beating up on you the whole time. Using that acceleration, but 61% dampening. There's so very little to heal, and double fell pets on you. I don't know what he can do here. Yeah, he needs to get himself a feigned death and a bit of a camo or something. Freezing trap and a Boomstar barely has any health. Boomstar is just like, Pats, come on, do work. Stun onto Kanda from afar, chicken for Boomstar at the very last moment just to maintain his control here. Kanda continued to run. And does get a stun onto the pet. Boom is just going to beef up the pet over there. He's like, all right, Felguard, you got to do this, man. You got beef, 50% more damage. You have to finish him. Feign death for a second. Blaze start to follow. Kanda didn't even have stand a chance. Not enough health to work with here. He ran for a while. He did such a good job, but couldn't quite close it off. Very well done. Very well done, boys. Hey Dalaran, great content, man. Wondering to roll my Zendalari. Wondering between Rogue or Monk. Love the melees, don't know how consistent is Monk since it came to retail 8.2. So Monks are pretty good. They're not quite a Rogue in damage numbers or the damage output or Mythic plus utility. They're great tanks and healers. So if you want to play a Monk, be ready to be asked to tank a dungeon or two or a raid or two. They're probably the best tanks right now in the meta. But if you want a DPS, I probably would go with Rogue. Access to Outlaw and Assassination as 2 specs will net you into groups easily, whether you're doing dungeons, PvP, or raids. Especially if you get good at both of those 2 specs in particular. So either way, man, Ivan, play whatever you find more interesting. But if you want to know the meta, I say like a really good Windwalker will not get disinvited to groups for Mythic Plus. Like a really good one. It's still really good. Like, don't get me wrong. So it's up to you, my man, but that's kind of their standing in the current meta right now. Play whatever you want, though. I'll play Outlaw for PvP, which is not the meta, so you can play whatever on meta if you wanna. Not even pretty up to date, but this, oh man, is this still happening, boys? Are people still having trouble logging in today? Fresh group, got one for Boom. All right, a 3 out of 5 right now, filling quick. All right, man, sounds good. Let's get Zachary, I guess, versus Jeff Kang, if he's got a group. I guess Seawork is bow out, yeah? Or is Seawork still in? Hard to tell. 82, alrighty. Rogue it is, thanks. I think you'll enjoy Rogue, man. I think I'll have fun with it. Alright, let's get invite spectator match. Yef Kang and Zachary. Grizzle switch a class, so we got Sal versus Grizzle. Hopefully get people in there. I'm on my Rogue. Alright, perfect, man. Servers is still rocking right now is all. Still rocky? Sorry about that, boys. I was thinking about maybe streaming today or maybe not streaming because of the servers. I didn't know if I should or shouldn't. And I didn't want to stream if like most of you guys couldn't even log in to play. So we'll just have to wait and see, yeah? Hopefully they stabilize, man. Hopefully they stabilize. But we'll just have to wait and see. I'm still gonna get my streams going. I'm still gonna get my game. So we might see the same faces over and over and over. But it's a-okay. It's a-okay. What do you think about Druid? I think they're pretty good. I think Druids are pretty fun. If you ask me about Druids and Classic, that might have been a different story. But Druids are good. Rest is good. Balance is good. Feral has a place. And Guardian is not the worst tank either. I feel like Blood DK might be the worst tank. I'm not even joking, dude. Blood DK might be one of the worst tanks in the game right now. The Twitch. I'm not even lying. It's hard, dude. It's hard out there for a Blood DK. And has a lot of good Warlocks. I agree. They do. We got ourselves Team Red with Airly with Oni, UP, Blood, Zithun, and Angel coming back as a team setup versus Boomasar back on that. Oh, Demonology. We got ourselves Kazoo. One hanging on the back as another Demonologist. Zap as an enhancement. Shaboy and Zachary in the back. It's going to be Zap versus RES. We got Frost DK. We got Enhancement Shaman. The most off-meta specs possible. And Zap is already going to get the Ghost Wolves up and running. Playing the normal Ghost Wolves is going to get that big Ascendance rolling. RES is getting himself the Remorseless Winter Pump. And look at the damage it's already doing. Starting to get it set up. Zap is going to go for a bit of a heal. Blood of the enemy coming out already. Oh my god. Big damage to RES. Chicken side over with an AMS. AMS going to hold though. A Zap obliterates a death in less than a minute of a duel. Starting. What just happened? What? I want to see TM Psycho with this dude, the EU extraordinary Shaboy, because he can survive, but can he go for that big old damage? With that big old damage. Looks like it's going to be Angel up next. Angel, I think, trying to come up to Zap to maybe give him an auto duel, but he's like, oh, he's not coming out. I'm going to back up. I'm going to back up. I think this man is ready, dude. He's a live man. His live bomb is ready to blow. As soon as you see that blow to the enemy, you better run. But can you outrun? Because he got Ascendance. He can hit you from a mile away. Maybe a Demon Owner might have a chance here. But it's going to be pretty tough here. Angel with how much healing they have. I think if you can kill Angel before they have a global to press an ability, then you can still win. But Zap, dude. You think Zap is just hanging out behind the wall? He's wasting his time. No, he's playing smart. He's waiting for the big cooldowns. He hasn't had to pop a defensive here. He's got some CDs he's got to wait for. Gonna be a stun by Angel, however. Zap is gonna have to take some of that damage. Gonna have to go for a bit of a self-heal. It is dropping down Capacitor as Angel walks out of it. Zap taking a lot of damage right now. Has to wall this right here. Needs to wait until the big setup is available again. Angel actually killing one of his totems while it's in the back. Might have been a Counter-Strike totem. And Zap is just going to go for a bit of a self-heal and run around circles right now. He's going to get out. He's going to use mobility too. Angel's mobility. He's actually out he's outrunning the runner. Basically, Angel's going to finally lock him down with a bit of an I-beam to follow. Zap is going to get himself the greater Earth Elemental. Blood of the enemy coming down. Big stun orange Angel. Trick inside of it. He's going to trick it out of it again. And Angel's trying to gale the hell out of that situation. Zap already popped the Ghost Wolves. Went for the Blood of the enemy a little bit too early. The Wolves are back in. And they're going to try to do a big bite or two into Angel. But they dissipate so quick. They disappear so fast. Those Ghost Wolves are like my dad who went off for cigarettes and never came back. They just up and they never came back. I'm gonna go get the Demon Hunter. Never came back. What's up? Looking hi to my man. Hope you're having a good one, my dude. Zap. Still looking healthy, man, but down a trigger, down a wall, down a lot of his offensives. Is he gonna have a chance against Angel? Angel playing very defensively in the back. I don't even know what trade Angel is going for. Maybe Essence? Has to be Crucible, right? Has to be Crucible, dude. Has to be. Zap is just trying to see if he can line him. Going to be a stun into an I-beam. Angel finally getting a full reset. And that's going to be Zap. He actually has a racial if he wants to use that racial onto Angel. Trying to see if he can get a slow. Capacitor Totem coming down. Sunder onto Angel with a stun to follow. Zap going to get some damage in. Big Storm Strikes coming out. Angel dropping down the full Metamorphosis. Zap might have to play very defensive here. Try to go for a little bit of a racial just now, but didn't work. Has a wall if he needs to. Might just have to use all of his resources for defensive. Is going to go for a bit of that Ascendance. Safety trick coming out. That's going to be a sentence damage. Actually able to chase after Angel. Angel going up in the air. Zap can still poke around without a sentence, still do quite a lot of damage, while Angel is up above, deciding, you know what, I'm going to wait out the fell lances, maybe get a blood of the enemy at a little bit later time. Next time he gets a stun onto Angel, he actually could end it right here. Looking pretty confident, though. That's going to be an I-beam coming out. That's an Imprison that does not break on damage, however. Stun onto Zap doesn't have a way out of this. Still going to take a lot of damage. Lots of front-loaded damage. Has to go for a bit of a heal. Blood of the enemy coming down with a Sunder onto Angel. Does he get big damage in? And Angel's bailing out of there immediately. Zap could go for a bit of a self-heal. Dropping down the Earthbind Totem. Didn't quite reach as far as he wanted. And it's just chasing after Angel. Just not letting him go anyway. Angel is actually playing defensive. I've never seen a Demon Hunter be running away from a shaman. Never in my life would I think that that would be a thing. Getting I-beam up and running, Zap could back away from the I-beam. He's just a snake with a rattle. He's just rattling his rattle. He's like, don't tread on me, don't touch me. I'm gonna bite back. I'm gonna bite back. Zap is pretty healthy right now, though. Look at him fully up in Ghost Wolf, man. He could get Ghost Wolves up and running himself, actually. That's going to be a stun onto Angel. Some Storm Strikes coming out. Angel flying up in air. And Zap looking to find that line of sight to get himself a little bit of a heal in Ghost Wolf. Hanging around. Angel was able to stave off the... They was able to stave off a shaman. I thought I would never say this about an enhancement shaman. It's a panda, too. I feel like that's double embarrassing. At least I would be embarrassed. Angel, don't be embarrassed. You just gotta go in. You just gotta give it a go, college try. Angel without a trinket, though. Angel without a trinket. I'm just so still surprised how careful they're playing this. Landing a stun on Zappy, trinkets out of it. And it's gonna go for an interrupt on the Angel, trying to see if he can get some resources. Does he have the blood of the enemy back? Trying to get the capacitor totem, Earthbind Totem instead? No? No, that's not Earthbind Totem. Didn't get a capacitor totem. Could maybe drop a capacitor totem around the corner or something. Zap is just going to go for a bit of a self-heal. Use all that Maelstrom he collected from Angel to go for a bit of a re-heal. Angel using that Crucible outside of Demonic form. Should be using it in Demonic for that extra leech if they do want to get value. Zap is down on Trinket, however. So it's going to be an advantageous opportunity for Angel. If Zap can somehow get a stun onto Angel, go for big blood of the enemy, and do for a big one-shot, he might just be able to do it, man. He might be able to do it. Dropping down big blood of the enemy, trying to go for a setup here. Is going to get Storm Strikes in, trying to get a stun onto Angel. As soon as you see the blood of the enemy, they're bailing out. Stun onto Zap, and it's just going to run away from the guy. Zap could get in because he's fully DR'd on stuns. There's not a single stun that can stop him right now. We're 6 minutes into this duel, 10% dampening. Maybe Angel's trying to wait out the dampening at this point, but he was able to wait out the blood of the enemy. Zap getting the massive Sunder, which does quite a lot of damage, into a monk, into a panda CC to follow, flying up in the air, and Zap is going to catch himself some line inside behind the wall immediately. I feel like he should start getting damage back at Angel ASAP. Angel cannot heal while up in the air like this. He doesn't have Demonic. He doesn't actually have the benefits of Demonic while up in the air. So he could maybe try to go in as Angel is about to come down and do some damage back. Get a couple of those Storm Strikes in. Interrupting Angel's I-beam immediately. Spirit Wolves are coming out. That's going to be full Ascendance. Trying to see if he can get away from Angel. Trying to see if he can run stun onto Zap right now. He can still catch a bunch of Storm Strikes, man. Back-to-back Storm Strikes. Trying to go for a bit of a heal. Wall coming out. Can he go for a big damage? Safety Trick and rocking in. Angel could dispel it right now. Big Storm Strikes or Wind Strikes coming out. Sunder. I think that Sunder actually missed. And looks like Zap is not looking that healthy anymore. Trying to go for a bit of a self-heal. Angel does disengage. Could have stayed on Zap the whole time because it looked like it was actually over. Angel is just playing it super safe. Oh my god. You run chicken, run chicken. Oh my god, dude. I still can't get over it. How is Zap gonna do this, by the way? How is Zap gonna do this? Angel so far has been playing this tooth and nail. It wants to win this super bad. Trinket out of Zap right now is gonna go for a bit of blood of the enemy as Metamorphosis comes in for Angel. Trinket's out of, I don't even know what he Trinket, but it's gonna be two of them just bashing damage into one another. Zap, I think, wants to stay in. Gonna be in prison on Zap right now. Angel might go for that I-beam to follow. Maybe a stun onto Zap right after this. Doesn't have an I-beam. Gonna be a greater Earth Elemental summoned up. Zap gonna go for a bit of a self-heal. Doesn't have the blood of the enemy anymore. And Angel looking to score a kill from up above. Oh my god, dropping Zap super low. And needs to go for a massive heal ASAP. He needs to stay that goes for a little bit longer, get whatever health he can. Even has to go for a bit of self-heal. Drop down the capacitor. It didn't quite snap. Angel on the side there. The capacitor actually got caught around the pillar. That's a stun onto Zap. I think that might be the end. His days were numbered from the beginning. He started playing Shaman. But Angel, man, it took you so long to kill him. He played it super well, dude. Angel was like, okay, Shaman, blood of the enemy. I'm afraid. I'm a play afraid. You know what? I think it's better than disrespecting your enemy. It's better to respect your enemy than disrespecting them. Even if they're just an enhancement Shaman Panda with the blood of the enemy rank 3. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I thought he played super well, dude. I thought Zap played super well. That's gonna be Zachary fall asleep. What's up, Robbie? How you doing, my man? 6 minutes and a duel and Demon has been running for 4 of them. Oh, I know, right? Zachary getting hit with a stun. Gonna be an I-beam for Angel. Though it's gonna be a Stormbolt onto Angel. Zachary getting the rampage with Guardian of Azeroth. Angel might be careful. Might have to be careful around the Guardian, because I think he's going to start slapping Angel, and with that increased crit that Zachary has, Angel's actually melting right now in front of our eyes, flying up in the air. The Guardian is still slapping him, even with a blur up and run. Look at those spikes connecting back to back. I actually decided to turn the attention to the Guardian, who's doing most of the damage. Angel might even be able to get I-beam, but it looks like Execute Rage is already there for them, trying to double rush out of there. The elements are coming in from one side. Zachary landing an auto attack through the wall at the end. So much damage. So much running for Angel. So much running. Oh, man. I like how he died right next to the guy. Right next to him. Angel ran for so long and then the duel was over. Oh my god. Zachary popping out. Dude, that Azeroth Elemental is huge. That thing is actually big. You would think that would be bad for PvP because of its long cooldown. But that thing slabs, dude. It gives you haste. It does damage on its own. It can also use a 50%, 5% debuff on an enemy if worse or worse. Zachary tried to go in just now for enrage regen, try to get some damage onto you, trying to get a bit of healing, but not a lot happening from there. As you does go airborne, flying up in the air, trying to see if he can just finish off Zachary with a couple more chaos strikes. Zachary needs to give himself a charge. Heal does land one. Bloodthirst needs to come out over and over and over. Gonna get that trinket drop for, oh, that Underrot trinket doing quite a bit of healing. Zachary breaking out of that imprisoned with the Zerkers, getting that stun onto IBM4 on EU, and on EU still has Metamorphosis up, so that's gonna be some big damage. Zachary gonna go for the big rampage ready, but no, his cell just actually collapsed out. I think that's the second time that this happened. The second time that you had his health maybe beefed up by commanding shout and then it just disappears as he has like a bleed or something on him. Kazoo dropping on top of Oniyu with that Metamorphosis next. Trinkets out of the first CC thrown out by Oniyu. And Oniyu's not looking that healthy. Trying to see if he can fake out a Cyclotronic, and the Kazoo interrupted. Kazoo is the one with a Cyclotronic too. Also with that Underrun Trinket, double Cyclotronic on both of them. Oniyu popping another walk just to see if he can bail the hell out of there. No, doesn't want to bail. Dropping on Darkness so he can stay with Kazoo. Stun to follow. Does he get to dodge his abilities? Does not get to dodge all of them. That was RNG at that point. And Kazoo is a Demon Hunter with a healing trinket from Underrot. How's he going to do it against P-Blood? You would think that would be the best setup. Although P-Blood, I think, could get a setup on him. If he can land a full stun with a Vendetta back-to-back CC, I think it's over. A Demon Hunter without a trinket is still very squishy. If they pre-blur, that might be bad. And you see what Kazoo just he just went for I-beam and spun in circle in case P-Blood is anywhere near, just to make sure he hits him. P-Blood getting a Cyclotronic off of the kidney shot, getting interrupted, however. That's a good portion of his damage is gone. That's a 2-minute trinket down. Unlucky. Because they're still looking to maybe find the rogue. It's going to go for a little bit of a blade dance. Crucible heal. Double crucible heal just to make sure he's getting his health up and running. 46% dampening, however. Garrote opener by P-Blood. But that's going to be a stun reversal onto P-Blood with an I-beam. Lots of damage on P-Blood. Not looking healthy anymore. Might need to pop evasion or something a little bit early. Evasion coming up right now. Is he going to go offensive with that evasion? He has the ability to dodge every ability from Kazoo, but he's looking to disengage the whole time. Maybe build up combo points for full kidney. Blind onto Kazoo. Could go for a setup here. Kazoo without a trinket. No darkness to pre-drop. No blur to pre-apply. He could go for a big Vendetta. Kidney shot Vendetta rolling out. Needs to get the big damage in. Needs to get the dots rolling, but also big damage. Full and Venom comes in. Darkness for Kazoo. With an I-beam to follow to proc that Metamorphosis again. Stun onto P-Blood. Wants to stay in the darkness as best as possible. Huge heal from the Underworld Trinket coming up right now. Equalizing his health. Safety Trinket coming in for P-Blood. Shortest shield in the world. Dissipates super quick through the little bit of damage Kazoo drops. Kidney shot though to finish the game, and he does land that kill. P-Blood taken out of the DH as intended. The next up is Boomasaur as a, oh my god, double Demonology Warlock, dude. Double Demonology Warlock is going to be the worst for this rogue. Because he's going to pick up the eyes and that pet is going to start running. It's like, find him, pet. Find him, boy. Yep, there goes the pet. There he goes. He's gonna hit him from one side. He could stab the pet. And it's gonna be Basket Bombers on one side, Cheap Shot onto Boomstar from another. Does get Poison Bomb proc, but it's pretty good. Boomstar just waiting for his pet to come back, trying to get a cast off maybe into P-Blood. Or effect just to keep him running, trying to get those Shadow Bolts in. Maybe going for a stun here. Nope, gonna be a Smoke Bomb down instead, so the pet is gonna go for a Blade Storm. But Boomstar is gonna take a second to get all his pets up and running. For P-Blood, utilizing that Crucible on cooldown for a self-heal. That's exactly what he should be doing. Also, should always maintain dots on Boomasaur, as he's doing right here. It's going to be stunned by the pet. Second stun to follow with a Tyrant trying to come out, but it's going to be Kitten Shot. Boomasaur chickens out of it with a wall. P-Blood could go for a Vanish if it needs to. Cloak of Shadow is coming out, trying to hold off Vanish. That's actually going to Vanish. Probably overlaid both of those a little bit early, but probably could have just went for the Vanish and Cloak for later. Boomasaur picking up the eyes with all these pets all beefed up with the Tyrant. And one of the pets is going to be able to start running in the direction of the Rogue. Maybe? Yeah, he is. He's making his way over there. So far, P-Blood has played it super well. Can't get a sap on the pet. Unlucky. Needs to get a Garrote into Boomstar. Does land it, but that's going to be a pet stun any moment right here. Cyclotronic to follow. Probably going to go for a pet stun to stop it. Does stop that Cyclotronic. And Boomstar still has an opportunity here to get all these pets up and running. Double Doggers with a Drain Life around the corner into P-Blood. He's going to go for self-heals back-to-back. Again, I think P-Blood, the only way to beat it is to put dots on the pets, but also dots on Boomstar. Get a Garrote and a Rupture and just long aims and get those kidneys off every time he can. And then maintain his healing, because every time he's line of sighting, he actually can get quite a lot of recovery. The cooldown on his... Oh, that Malik is not going to make it easy, though. That Malik is not going to make it easy. That might actually be the Malik that wins the game here with a stun around the corner onto P-Blood. Boom! Doesn't have the line of sight. Is going to try to see if he can land a shot of Fury. Does P-Blood have any more mobility, any more defensives out of this? Is going to get a concoction rolling while he's out in the open with a Vendetta rolling on Boomasaur. What he needs to do is just set a horror effect onto P-Blood and that'll be it. Actually, choosing to go for a couple of instas and finish it off. Zathun is up next. He's just charging in, man. He doesn't waste any time. He just charges right up. But Boom is going to get him on a root and a silence. And Boom is going to walk out of it. Horror effect on Zathun with a bit of a fear spam. Trick us out of it with an adaptation. He's going to go for a Shadow Bolt spam from afar. Getting his pets up and running. Zathun was able to get a lot of Star Surge damage. Boom. Actually, not looking super healthy. Zathun is trying to see if he can bail away from the pets. Catch a regrowth until just stunned by one of the pets. Is going to stop him in place for a second hand to go down to get another set of pets. Boomstar can still go down here, man. Somebody demonic Tyrant does the safety chicken comes in. That safety chicken is the only thing between him and death. And Zathun is out in the open with a Tyrant slapping him around. All the pets around him. Bardick's up and running. Could go for renewal. Should go for renewal as early as possible. Bear from renewal. Try to get it up as soon as he could. Having to run through those basket bombers. I think Boomstar will have him here with a stun. Nothing left to cast, and that's going to be the end of it. I hate how you guys all left, dude. Don't leave. I want to see the end game numbers. Don't do that to me, man. Oh my god, 2 Demon Hunters in a row? Yeah, that's rough. 2 Demon Hunters in a row is way too rough, man. Not a lot you can do about it. You might have cooldowns for one, but for two of them back to back, you gotta have to play a long game. But with a Demon Hunter hit and run playstyle, there's very little you can do. Still, you guys played that super well. It's like 7th highest rated Warlock in US 2s. Hell yeah, dude. These guys are nuts. Okay, Gruzzle says we're ready. Hook is ready as well. We could get Zachary's group again, I guess. Let me take a bar, boys. These guys similar eye level? I don't know. Lucron got a group. Yo. Let's get Gruzzle and Lucron real quick. I think there'll be some new people in here. Gruzzle and Lucron. We get Zach. I think Gruzzle and Lucron is part of the same group. Are you guys? Wait. We'll try again. Now we're a group of 5. Hey, we gotta get Sav in here too. Is Lucron not lead? I think Lucron might not be lead. I'm with Lucron. Oh, okay. Who's lead though? If Sav is lead, then I'll get Sav and Gruzzle. no elemental shamans anymore. I haven't seen any in a long time. I think most elemental shamans are playing shamans in classic, man. I'm lead? Okay, that'll work out. We're gonna get Sav. And Grizzle. Is Grizzle in your group too? He's online. It's Saf online. Sav is online. Decapitator. No. Okay, got it working. Took me a second, got it working. Don't know what happened. It bugged out, I guess. Runes of Lordaeron, boys. Runes of Lordaeron. Let's go. That should be really good in duels with Lasso. It usually is. Usually is. Hey, Dalaran. I wanted to thank you because I haven't seen anyone does this kind of content. It's seriously enjoyable. Omar, happy to hear that, my dude. I'm very much happy to hear that, my man. That's what I like to hear, boys. I do this shit for you, but also because I like watching this shit, man. I like watching people play. I like seeing all these beautiful boys and girls of all ages try their hand at these duels, man. I think duels have always been a bastion of quality time for World of Warcraft history. And they still are to this day, man. With the help of the 5V5 1v1 DUELS stuff. Hehe. To Twitch. Love it, dude. I love it. I'm glad you guys love it. Duels Huge Legacy of Warcraft? Exactly, dude. It is the pure form of PvP. Before we had massive battles, we had 1v1s out in Durotar or in front of Stormwind every single time. And those places are going to be packed again in all the classic servers. What do we got on each team? We got ourselves Seavark playing the Balance Droid Decapitator on the back bench. Ooh, playing that Fury this time. We got Ebola Tosser. I love that name. Lucron already fighting versus Axe Banehoof. Playing that Fury Warrior, smacking him around with massive maces. Lucron is already setting up an army over there. Is going to get a double stun onto a Bane, but that's going to be a Fear in middle. Actually having to go for the Undead Racial. Still going to land a Horror Effect onto Axe Banehoof with that Fat Tire and going to clap him up. With a Cyclotronic, no interrupt available for the Warrior. Having to go for Bladestorm, but look at how fast this health is going down. Doesn't have a defensive anymore. Is going to go for it in Rage Regen. Should have probably started hitting those pets. Decided to leap right in front of Lucron. Still going to hit it with a Fear. That's a lot of healing back for Axe Banehoof. So far, this man has been able to save off majority of damage, and Lucron's health is actually the one that's not looking super healthy. Double pet is still up for Lucron for a second before that pet goes away. Stun onto Axe Banehoof, and hopefully Lucron will be able to get some CC back-to-back using Crucible offensively. That stun is going to slap him, but he's going to get a chicken out of it. Double, oh, full stun on all the pets. Focus Azeroth, me and Beam coming out by Axe Banehoof, and it does quite a number of damage to Lucron, but Lucron is going to be able to catch a full Fear on the Axe. Axe is going to make sure not to use Zerka's Rage a little too early, trying to get Lucron low, trying to get him in that execute range. Lucron is going to whore him out there, going to get himself a little bit of healing, and Axe looking to line his side with all those pets. Interesting choice. And is going to get a massive leap on top of Lucron. Fear coming out again. Go to Zerkas, I think, a little bit early. Try to see if you can get her interrupted to Lucron. Not going to happen. Zerkas is available. Double stun on both of them. Lucron is stun, but so is Axe Banehoof. Axe not looking too good, however. His health is quite low. We're just trying to see if we can turn that around to Lucron as he's summoning out a second Tyrant. That's the second Tyrant of the day with a pre-wall to see if he can stave off a little bit of damage. Drain life coming out, and he survived to the very end as Axe tried to get him in that execute. Both of these two played excellently, boys. Excellent plays for the both of you. And Bardil is not going to let him get the full heal. Just a trick for that stun. Lucron is going to be able to get CC chains under Bardul, but that is a feral, however. Skull Bash on the Fear. Oh, try to juke it out, but it still has himself access to the gateway. Bash by Bardul as he's looking to get a big bite. That's going to be a second stun onto Bardul as Lucron just trying to get whatever CC he can. That's going to be a big drain life onto Bardul. Maybe he can live him long enough. Drain life's coming out big for Lucron right now. Trying to min-max the damage output of those drains. And Bardul is going to go for that wall as a Cyclotronic trying to come out for Lucron. I don't know if he had to cancel it or he got Skull Bashed on it. Could have been. That's going to be a cyclotronic full with a stun onto Bardul without a wall. That's going to be quite a lot of damage. And it's going to be a second wall for Bardul with a shot of Fury. He does miss. Oh, he does not miss it. He actually lands it on a fear onto Bardul with another drain life as Lucran is trying to slowly crawl back to life with that Crucible of Flame and those fear drain lives. He might just be able to do it. Bardul is back there with a pet, landing a cycle on that thing, so he might be able to catch himself a reset here. And he actually just might do it. He actually does get it. So for Lucran, he better have all his CC ready, man. He got a bit more health than before. Gonna be instant trinket into a horror onto Bardul with a fear right after, and he's gonna go for, instead of drain life, shadow bolts, trying to see if he can get an army of imps up and running. Another fear onto Lucran is gonna be kicked, but is gonna allow him to get those handle downs in. Still another fear coming out, and Bardul is going to have to go for a bit more running. Another fear to follow. He should be able to have a double stun into Bardul without a trinket. It's going to get the Tyrant thrown into a stun. It's going to be a fat Tyrant doing damage to Bardul. He doesn't have a wall. If Lucran can survive this long enough, Bardul actually might go down, trying to get himself a Swiftman, trying to see if he can charge out. That's going to be a Tyrant still has a little bit of line of sight as Bardul trying to get the hell out of the Tyrant is charging in. He's trying to get the damage in. Cyclone coming out onto Lucran's pet, and Bardul looks like he was able to save off the big output here. Is going to get stunned from the side. We're just going to give him enough time for the pet to come out of that cyclone and be able to give more damage. Bardul survived this for now. Has a trinket back up and a renewal very soon. Lucran looking very healthy without a trinket though. Without a wall either. Sorry boys, had a bit of a cough. Choke him on spit here. I'm so enamored with these duels. Gonna be instant trinket for Bardul off of that fear. Doesn't want to sit it long. Doesn't want to give Lucran any opportunity. But those simps are going to get over there and tickle the underside of his belly. Cyclone's still going to come out, and Lucran setting himself up a gateway. He's now changing up on the other side of the platform in case Bardul wants to make it over there. Bardul's actually going to go for a bit of a sprint. Going to get hit with an instant cast, and that's more pets over there. Dreadstalker is going to be nipping at his toes. Cyclone coming out onto one of the Dreadstalkers, but the other pets are doing quite a lot of number. And Bardul trying to maintain his health. He's got a wall up. Actually, Bardul... No trinket, I'm looking at him right now. No renewal anymore. Wall back up. That's all he's got. And Lucran trying to set up another gateway here. Bardul gonna get a skull bash onto that fear, but might be another setup for Lucran. Lucran has all the cooldowns back up. Wall available for Bardul with thorns as well. And Lucran is just trying to get an army of the imps up and running with shadow bolts and Handle Dawns. Is going to get a second pet with a stun and a Tyrant to summon up with a double stun into Bardul. Maybe even a horror effect. Maybe a stun right after Cyclotronic Buster follow with a stun. So much damage. Oh my god. Lucran obliterated Bardul into the next galaxy, into the next dimension. This man just got deleted from retail and woke up in fucking classic, dude. He woke up in a hut in a druid, Moonglade, and he's going to walk up to his trainer, learn a couple abilities, then get back to that leather grind. Back to the skinning all those boars and wolves and all that crap out in the goddamn Elven Forest or some shit. I played Alliance and Classic. I haven't played Horde yet that often. Barons. I should have said Barons. I've been playing a lot of Alliance, you can tell. Gonna be a fear spam for on the use. Lucran has to go for a bit more recovery again. That hill on the other side of the arena here, though, that hill actually creates quite a nice line of sight if you go over the hump. So for Lucran, that was a bit of a line of sight that he couldn't deal with. And that's gonna be on you actually backing up a bit. As Lucran is getting all his pets up and running, trying to go for another fear. Is he going to be able to? Gonna go for Reflect. Ooh, that's going to be on you actually dispelling the Reflect, then interrupting Lucran. That's something Warlock's can do. You can pop Reflect against a Demon Hunter, and because that interrupt for Demon Hunters is a magic ability technically, it can actually be reflected. So a Demon Hunter basically reflects it back to himself and basically makes that kick null and void. But that's going to be a wall for Lucran. Got the Tyrant up and running, and Audio is just doing what he can, trying to leech health off of the Felguard Tyrant, unable to connect and get any kind of damage. Short stun onto Lucran as well. That was the most useless POS Tyrant I've ever seen, however. That guy could have had a smarter brain to make this happen. Fear trying to come out for Lucron is going to go for that reflect play again onto Oniyu, as he did kick that. He didn't. It looks like he didn't have any way to dispel any buffs from Lucron for a moment, as Lucron is going to get himself army rolling again. Felgar coming in with a stun onto Oniyu. I don't know if the first one's stunned or not. Maybe a second stun. Trying to get himself a Cyclotron go and decided against it for a second. Waited maybe for another kick on Oniyu. Is going to be an interrupt on Oniyu, but it's going to be Cyclotronic. That's going to be a full immunity for Oniyu. Canceling it at the last moment. Lucron going to go for a self-heal. Shadow Fury onto Oniyu. Actually backs up for a second. Does get hit with a fear with a drain life to send him running away. Lucron might be able to catch up a little bit on health here if he can get himself a horror effect on top of it with Oniyu. Does land the horror effect, and more pets are up and running. If he can go for more fear, drain lives, he might be able to do it. Oniyu doesn't want to waste any time. Again, taking more buffs away from Lucron as often as he can. Another fear. Has an interrupt this time. Another fear, getting those shadow bullets back up and running. Could go for maybe another tyrant play. Try to see if he can maybe survive it. If he can maybe survive a drain life coming out. Shadow Fury does get interrupted. Hanagle down. He interrupted on Shadow Fury, interrupts him on Shadow, but then Demonic Spells is still available. Summoning that fat Tyrant. Maybe he can go for a stun on Oniyu. Oniyu is going to go for a blur and just try to get away from Tyrant ASAP. The Tyrant does catch himself quite a good position on top of the tombstone for a second though. And Oniyu still unable to really stop it. Stunning Lucron, so he stops him at least from being able to get that heal. Tyrant might have gotten at least one cast in. Lucron getting the horror effect onto Oniyu. Trick gets out of it with a stun to follow. Might have to go for a fear and a drain life back to back. No, actually gonna go for, yep, send at least one shadow bolt in and then back to back drain lives coming out for Lucron. Might be able to go for maybe another fear with a reflect. Doesn't need to actually. Another fear. More drain life. Does he have any damage? Does he have another stun for Oniyu? Can you live long enough? Oniyu has plenty of cooldowns available. Try to set up a demonic gateway. He's going to be able to take that gateway out. Stun onto Lucron. Does he have the pet stun to stop the demon out of damage? He does not. Barely had cooldowns coming up. On Oniyu taking out Lucron that quick is going to go for Blade Dance as Surprise comes up. Surprise the Rogue. Try to see if he can get a full cannon shot on Oniyu. Does land it on Oniyu without a trinket. This could be the end right here. No, Surprise actually kind of sprinting himself off of the platform. Does land a Maledict onto Oniyu. Not going to let him get any heals. And the dots could actually melt him. But is that it? Do dots do it? Oh, wasn't the dots. He threw a knife at the end there. But that was a nice play by the Rogue. Get the dots, got him low enough, Maledict, and just like, that's it. You're done. And you saw, oh, you're not done yet? Throw a knife. Hit him right in the jugular, and he was done. Crozus is up next, however, as a survival 100. Oh, big damage onto Surprise. Looks like Surprise was the one surprised by that. Seawork is up next as a Balance Druid. Has the Thorns up and running. Crozus trying to get some damage rolling. Oh, I think he was able to successfully belf off the Thorns, however, and it's gonna go for a disengage offensively, pushing up disengage right at Seawork. Freezing Trap to stop him, plays Bastard to close, and Seawork might need to go for a bunch of Star Surges back to back. He's playing very defensive here, but he kind of has to. Might be able to catch a regrowth or two. Crozus doesn't have any way to self-heal against the dot damage that Seawork puts out. Unless he can like turtle and maybe try to heal. I think the dot's still prevented. Looks like it was a blood of the enemy, but by Seawork try to see if he can Star Surge down Crozus. Turtle shell coming out. Seawork trying to go for a big blood of the enemy play here. It looks like Crozus looking to maybe get a trap onto Seawork. Is going to hit him with a freezing trap. He's still holding on to a trinket, however. Crozus, how do you... Okay, try to camo. Do Moonfire and Sunfire kill you, though? Wait, reapply Moonfire? Maybe oh, Star Surge takes him out of the end. Seawork decided to trinket that one. And Brazzert is up next. Does he have the Ajara staff? I don't think that's the Ajara staff. But imagine that working in duels. Does that work in duels? Can you actually get that to stack up in a duel? That'd be incredible. Going to be a Casbolt and Seawork off the bat with a Destruction Warlock damage. Seawork is going to have a war cut out for him. Every time the Destro gets a Casbolt, it's going to be putting him behind every single time. Cyclone onto the Succubus. Not going to have to deal with that CC. And it's actually going to horde away in the right direction so you can line aside the Warlock a little bit. So at least that is nice. Try to go for a Cyclone to be Brazzard. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Drop it down Infernal with a Reflect. Another Casbolt loaded up, but Seawork is going to be able to line it with a Barkskin right now. Bash onto that Infernal. It's going to be able to get a Silence of the Berserk with a Cyclone, forcing a trick out of him. But that flag is going to stop that leap, and that's going to be a Casbolt hitting him. Safe to trick a proc for Seawork, however, to keep him nice and healthy for a little bit longer. And I think Seawork also burned a Warlock Hellstone there too. because he got a lot of healing very quickly. Another Casbolt try to get loaded up. See if I can just try to wait out that Infernal. Next time Berserk has all the CC. Oh, good leap into the pillar. Look at that, man. That little side pillar gave him enough line of sight in order to keep it going. I keep swapping to wrong people, man. I don't mean to. Those come flags as Berserk is just trying to get us slow and it seems like looks like it's not going to happen. Landing a cycle before he does. And he could go for that succubus CC, however, but Seamark is just running. Run, Rudolph. Actually catches a reset. Actually catches a full reset, too. Berserk think he's in the room, but Seamark is way out. Might just go pick up the eyes here. Or maybe wait it out. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. Thank you, Mog, by the way, man. That's kind of a dope-looking Mog. I like it. All red and horde. Seamark making all the way, making his run all the way to the enemy room to catch a couple regrowth back there. Hopefully he can get himself maybe a Swiftman or something. Unless he's playing for a more, unless he's playing the, what is it, the affinity for a Bear Druid affinity, like Guardian affinity for less damage, like 6% less. Try to go to a big leap onto Berserk with a Cyclone to follow. That Succubus CC does hit him, trinkets out of it immediately. Try to see if he can make a run here, man. I don't know if a Balance Druid can beat a Destro Warlock, but I'm going to give him all the time in the world to do this, man. I'm going to give this guys all the time in the world. Maybe he might be able to come out on top in the end. And Berserk, looks like he's going to have Infernal back up soon. He's going to have a Trinket as well. Setting up a gateway ahead of time in case you saw where Seawork was. Kind of guessed where Seawork was, and he actually set up a perfect gateway to it. Dropping down Rain of Fire. Seawork making sure to stealth out of it, man. Just look at the dynamic between those two, man. It's going to be a Cyclone onto the pet, and Seawork actually getting a silence interrupt onto a Casbolt from Berserk. That's going to be a Succubus CC regardless, however, with a Fury to follow and an amulet right after Casbolt. It's going to do some damage, and that's going to smack. Seawork is going to pop into bear form with Barskin for a second. Might want to go for big damage, maybe big blood of the enemy. Does he have Incarn coming up soon? He might just go for big Incarn on Berserk and really go Berserk then. Now the Casbolt is going to smack him while in bear form, so at least he got some healing to go. And I'm pretty sure that was a Warlock also to keep himself afloat. Bash onto Berserk. Cyclone to follow. Just trying to see him out for a little bit in case he goes for another Trinket here. Just going to wait it out instead. Dude, if Seawork can actually get a big blood of the enemy, Incarn, and really just dumps her damage into Berserk, I'll be excited. I don't know how he's going to do it, though. So far, he's been running. That's going to be Berserk landing that fear just to land a free Chaos Bolt without having to worry about LOS. Even hit him with the Havoc. I don't really know what else he could hit with. He got the Havoc on him. I don't really know what that would do. But I guess there it is. Oh, man. Buy some Shamans? Dude, I love me some Shamans. Y'all want to join in Shaman? Y'all got Shamans? Any chance for EU tonight? Andre, normally we do Friday EU, Saturday NA. And I want to give all the NA boys the time to play, man. If for some reason all the NA boys disappear all of a sudden, then maybe, but it looks like we have a pretty healthy community hanging out here, man. A lot of people excited to play. Seawork popping now, getting that silence out of Berserk, but it's going to be a Succubus CC breaking out of it with a Trinket. Trying to see if he can hide behind the wall again, but that Infernal coming down. The Casbolt does still leave his fingertips, and that's going to be a bash onto that Infernal with a Cyclone to follow. Seawork trying to get a Cyclone onto Berserk, but that's going to be a horror effect with double Casbolt loaded up. I think he got nothing here left. Trying to go for a Cyclone at the very end. Good growth coming out. He could Trinket if he wanted to. Cyclone again onto Berserk, trying to get it a little bit early. He kind of missed it, and Seawork does go down with the last flag at the end. Ebola Toaster is up next. What a name. Incineroar's coming out. Does interrupt him on a Casbolt. Berserk is locked out. Gonna go for a Succubus CC onto Ebola. And Ebola is going to be able to break out of it with Will of the Forsaken. Full cooldowns coming out for Ebola. Wall for Berserk. Getting hit with a Fear. That's going to be big Casbolts for Ebola. As he pre-walls this as well. Shadow Fury trying to see if he can stop him and try to get Casbolts back into two. Ebola took a Casbolt to the face. He keeps on taking Horror Effect. Disrupting that Casbolt. Had a reflect available too. Double Casbolt to follow, and I think that's gonna be it. Oh my god, boys. Dude, look around with a big demonology burst there. Then we got on you just obliterating people. Berserk and Seawork playing out to the very bitter end. That's what I like to see, man. Play out to the end, boys. Legit zero things you can do. Yeah, as a boomkin, I don't think anything you could do. I think if you had some sort of a build that's more consistent than Incarn, which, before I say this, I know boomies are all about Incarn in PvP and PvE. That's it. You're just all about Incarnation. If there was somehow a build for boomkins to be more than just Incarnation, maybe like go into cat form, put bleeds, go into booming form, put dots, and like maybe get like full dot build with maybe a Starfall, then maybe I could see Boomies do well. But right now, their dot damage is so very little. Moonfire and Sunfire are just funny numbers that pop up once in a while that do some damage. Maybe look at a Battleground, but they're just so very little. But that was a good attempt, man. If I was Rest Affinity, it might have been easier. GG, man. GG for even trying. I appreciate it. Alrighty, we got Zachary ready. Sav also wants to go. We got a group of 5. Elendilly got a group of 5. Alrighty, who should we get? Zachary been waiting for a while. QS versus Elendilly. Okay, I'm gonna QS versus Elendilly. Sav, Grizzle, get ready, boys. Get ready. I'm gonna get you guys in right after this. Probably gonna start mixing you boys around here. Spectator match. Spectator match. Dalaran, can you spell once in a while? You sad sack of asses. Ellen Dili and Zachary. Okay, I can spell. I swear to God, I can spell. I had to go and get my DH brothers. You gotta sometimes you just gotta do it and show them who's the alpha male. You gotta put him in the ground. Uh-oh. Let's get the next song. 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 That's a good one. I like that one. I like that one a lot. A lot. Alrighty, boys. Let's do this. Twitch. What do we got today? We got ourselves Boom Soul coming back as his DH. We got Xavier. Look at this Boomkin with Zachary. We got not Boomkin, Demon Hunter with Neil, and we got Silent Void in the back. Are you playing Marksman? Are you playing that Beastmaster? Maybe Marksman because no pet. Versus Kazoo on Team Red. We got Peachy in the back. Valor playing that. Oh, that Red Pally. I love that Mog. I look so good. Why am I excited over this Mog? We've seen this already, but with our weapon, it looks so beautiful. I gotta be honest. That looks so. Oh, I thought they were about to kiss. Fight, kiss. Yeah, I have to cry a bit. Versace in the back and Zap coming back on that. Enhance with your boy. We're gonna see some good games out of this one, dude. Valor trying to see if we can get it set up a little bit on Neil, getting stunned a little bit early. Is it gonna go for minute-long wings or at least full wings? No, just trying to cut out a little bit of damage, trim a little bit of fat of Neil. It's gonna go for that line of sight with a Guardian of Azeroth. That's exactly what he should be doing. He's trying to line that Guardian, dude. The more you line that Guardian, the less damage Neil is gonna do to you. He's actually just even popping Shield of Vengeance to see if maybe he can pop. That's going to be Reflect available for Neil. That's not a Hodge coming out of Valor, however. And Valor getting slow with that Guardian, trying to do damage. Valor doesn't want to fight that Guardian, man. He's actually afraid of the Guardian. Hodge onto Neil is going to go for wings. That Guardian's out in the open. Neil is going to be able to get out of the Hodge, yeah. With that Human Racial, going to be Valor bailing out of there with that Hand of Freedom, not letting Neil cash in on that heal. And that was all of Neil's burst with that Guardian out. But he still has himself a bit of a rampage rolling. Still got some damage rolling for Valorip. He's still doing just fine. Valorip gonna go for a bit of a self-heal with Crucible. And Neil just needs to make sure he gets those charge heals. He's not going. Oh, big damage on Valorip. Could actually land him in a big execute. Bomb coming down. Does he have an answer for it? If you ran Crucible right now. Oh my god, if you ran Crucible, he would have just been able to pa. I didn't realize Neil was doing that much damage. Hodge onto Neil. Doesn't have an answer for it. Oh my god, that could be the end. And down he goes. Imagine having such a good go and then getting locked out because you don't have a shrink. God, I feel the worst. You played that well, Neil. You played that well. You also have a really cool guild name, Chemical Imbalance. I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, who's up next? Versus Valorip. Is it going to be Boom? It is going to be Boom. Getting a stun with an IBM. Clipping him a little bit. Clipping him a little with the IBM. And Valorip is going to bail out of there behind the pillar. Hand of Freedom running and everything. Actually, Boomstar will have a hard time catching up. What kind of a... I'm pretty sure he has to be going for Crucible, right? He has to be going for Crucible. No! He's got that Guardian of Azeroth. And Valorip knows how Guardians of Azeroth play. He's just going to pop wings and try to go for a bit of self-heal. Went for a bit of a hit-and-run strat with Boom. He's playing the Demon Hunter strats of hit-and-run while avoiding the Guardian. Not letting him get a cast off. Stun it to Valorip. The Guardian's going to do some damage. Valorip actually bubbling it. Valorip actually feeling like he's in danger where he should just bubble. The Guardian keeps slapping him around with those asteroid chunks, but he's not doing much work through that bubble. Valor playing that underrod trick until let's get your Boomster getting that cyclotronic. Valor got a heal from the underrod, and Boomster just sizzled that away. Just burned all that health, man. Burned the fat, trimmed the fat a little bit. Man, so far Valor is 2 for 2 against fighting this Azeroth Guardians. Boomster is going to jump up in the air, try to see if he can break those Shield of Vengeance. Does he have line of sight? He's actually lining it by the hair here. At a right position in this box is technically counts as line. Big! Oh my god, Shield of Vengeance popping off on a Boomsoul. And it's out to drop Darkness down, trick it out of and everything. That was huge damage. Oh my god, Boom has to go for his full self-heal, man. He has to get a full self-heal. Using that Crucible defensively, I think. My god, no, he doesn't have Crucible. I keep forgetting it. I keep forgetting he's not rolling Crucible. He could have gone for self-heal, gonna get the I-beam. Still! Whoa! Valrup slapping Boomsoul down. Yeah, if you went for Crucible, that would have been a much longer game, but Boomsoul decided to go for a bit more damage output. Can you blame him? Can you blame him with how long some of these like big hill games go? Silent Void trying to get a good angle on Valrup. He's setting up next to a freezing trap. Valrup knows that he's going to be hanging out somewhere by the boxes. So I think Silent Void just might need to get a corner and go for a Sniper Shot. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. Sniper Shot does connect on the Valrup. It is not going to come out. Silent Void playing his hand a little bit too early, playing cooldowns. He's already popping CDs and Valrup is just going to wait him out. Oh my god, Valrup is just... he's playing it safe, but like... That's not as fun to watch. Oh, this is the big numbers out of Marksman Hunter, and he can't do that when he's getting CC'd. Gonna be a freezing trap on a Valor, he trinkets out of it. Looks like Silent Void was able to force the trinket by doing a little bit of dance, shifting left and right, side to side. Crucible of the defensive coming out, trinkets out of the Hodge immediately, trying to see if he can get some distance from Valor. Gonna be a steady shot to follow. Cyclotronic, does he land it? No, he does not land on Cyclotronic. And Valor is just gonna be able to wait it out a bit of that damage behind the line of sight. Man, these boxes for Paladins are just insane. Hand of Hindrance onto Silent Void, however. Slow him down for a bit. Double hand. Cyclotronic Blast trying to come out. Probably going to be hit with a Rebuke. It does get hit with a Rebuke. And a Freezing Trap to separate these two again. Silent desperately needs for the Paladin to come out in the open and play the game. But looks like it is not going to happen. So he's just going to have to go for a bit of a camo and get a reset himself. I think at this point, Silent just needs to, like, he won. Sniper Shot. Sniper Shot is going to make a deal. Sniper Shot is going to make a play with a rapid fire behind the pillar. Valor, as soon as he sees it, dips behind the pillar, man. He just dips. He's been healing himself so much, he's actually low on mana. He can't just spam heal himself all the time. Oh, my god. Yo, for Silent, this is just going to be one of the longest games. You actually got a really cool mog, at least. Yeah, look at that, dude. He's even doing a bit of a dance. Varap looking to get a Hodge onto Silent. Probably going to be a trinket now. He's gonna go for wings. Looks like Silent. Does he trinket this or does he just take the damage? Might decide to go for a turtle shell here. Oh my god, so much damage on the Paladin. Missing that judgment as it's flying by. Valor so far hasn't lost a lot of health so far. Just played the most basic playstyle. Just run away. See cooldowns? Not gonna deal with them. Run away. Guardian of Azeroth? Run away. Not gonna hit it. Not gonna deal with it. Oh my god. What can Silent Void do in this situation? Got a camo still. It's going to be a hand of righteousness. It's going to slap him out of that camo in the open. Does Silent have himself a Void operational prepped? I don't think he does. Trying to go for some cooldowns. Trying to go for a self-heal. Nope. Valor is going to end up taking him out before he is over. And Xavier is going to be up next. Is he going to be able to have a play here? Stun to Valor. He trinkets it late. He's going to mount up and bail the hell out of there. Running away from DH. Xavier this time is running Crucible. So he might have the chance here. Instant trinket out of Xavier, however, put himself up in a bad spot. And if Valor can live this long enough, he might be A-okay. That's going to be Shield of Vengeance up and down right now for Valor immediately. Xavier is just going to wait it out. Actually, just going to go fly up in there. Try to see if he can bust that shield. So both of these two could go down. No bubble available for Valor for quite a while. But Xavier put himself up in a bad situation with full wings running for Valor. Full wings could go for a full stun right here. That's going to be a stun by Xavier. Wings are down. Could go for a minute long wings here with a Hodge. If he has the resources. Actually dipping low in health. Hodge coming down. Wings are up. Is he going to go for a very defensive? Gonna go for a self-heal. Oh my god, Valrip. What? Valrip, please. Valorant, what are you doing? Valorant, oh my god. I swear. He's just playing it super safe. Oh my god. Stun onto a bubble back up. Valorant, you actually are making me mad. You're making me mad. You're playing with a heal trinket and everything. Xavier would just try to sit and shot him out for a second, like I'm gonna wait for him. I'm gonna wait out for this guy. That's gonna be a stun on him. On the paladin. That underrot trinket is doing so much healing for you, is it not? Yeah, it's doing quite a number. Quite a number when we don't have any time to go spam flashlight behind the pillar. Xavier's still down on trinket, so Valorant can get himself a middle-long stun, or middle-long wings. He might have a chance here. That's going to be a stun right here onto Xavier, middle-long wings. He doesn't even have full health, and that's going to be cleaved. In just a few globals. Valorant taking out yet another one. Zach is the literally last man standing on Team Red versus Valorant. Absolutely nothing else he could do, man. Absolutely nothing else he could do, I don't think. Tank trick is on help. Wait, what's Zach doing? I think he just wanted to give him like an honor duel or something. And now he's gonna attack? There we go. There we go. This man has been playing super safe, however. Cannot believe it. Stun onto Valorant. Zach is trying to get himself some cooldowns. Valorant does trinket this early. No bubble available, and Bop is not going to stop him against Zach. Zach trinketing out of the Hodge. Maybe that's also another issue. Maybe all these guys are trinketing out of this Paladin's Hodge immediately. And Zach flying up in the air, giving Valorant plenty of opportunity to get behind line of sight and go for a little bit of healing back to back. Because the amount of damage you could do in a Hodge is just huge. And if you get someone low enough, maybe get Executor Stunners before he pops stun into wings. Valorant actually just had a shoe-in secure kill on everybody, I would think. Zachary going to try to be a little bit more cautious with that Shield of Vengeance. Just a little bit more careful. And Valorant is going to go for the middle-long wings. We'll have full wings at a later time, but he's going to use the middle-long wings to recover as much health as he can. Get some damage back into Zach. And as long as Zach isn't able to get a full I-beam and big damage into Valorant to get a big heals, it's going to be tough. So Valorant just needs to get himself a setup. Stun to Zachary. Full wings up and running. Does Zachary have a safety trigger to keep him alive here? That could be one more global. Okay, let's break it down. So Valorant just basically forces the trinket out of everybody this whole game. Then runs until he can get cooldowns back. Then stuns them into wings full one-shot. All y'all better stop trinketing. All y'all better stop trinketing at this point. Oh my god. All y'all better just stop trinketing altogether. With a Hodge and wings LMAO. Yeah, that's just huge damage, man. Shaman elemental you think is a problem in PvP? Nah, shamans are fine, man. Man, that was kind of a boring duel, I'll be honest. But he played him out super clean. Like, he reset like he's supposed to. He forced a trinket out of all of them. Almost all the trinket. A Hodge without wings LMAO. True, true. Can my group go again if Valorant goes last? Maybe. Seawork is starting to get a group up and running. Let's get Seawork in here on Alley, and we'll get whoever else is ready. Let's get somebody who hasn't played so far. Yeah, how to do? Valorant, you actually did pretty well. It is kind of, I'll be honest, it is a boring duel to watch, right? Because it never gets close. It never gets clutch. It's just kind of predictable. Like, oh, he's going to run away, reset. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, in terms of like how close a duel can get in a swing of damage, viewer-wise, it was a pretty boring duel. But you did really well, and you played your class well, and you ran and kited as you needed. You played the game how it's supposed to be played. I can't say much about that. So you played really well, and you won. We got 1v5. Ban this underrot trinket. Yeah, a lot of people started using the underrot trinket. That probably gave him quite a bit of healing. Could somebody give me like a down low on how much healing that trinket did? I want to see in details, like compared to these other flashlights and stuff, how much that trinket did. What am I on? I'm on Illidan. I'm on Illidank. Sav got a group. Okay, let's get Sav and we get Seawork in here, alright? Should ban the trinket. I can't actually ban the trinket. Like, I talk about it, but I can't actually ban it. What am I gonna do? Be like, guys, I need a trinket. And what happens if somebody comes in with a trinket? Do we just be like, oh, they have a trinket, reform the group, kick that guy out, let's get it back up and running? I'll just wait for Blizzard to nerf it. I'll just wait for Blizzard to nerf the trinket. I don't think there's a point of me having to... Whoa, there's a lot of rogues there. I don't think there's a point, honestly, of me having to just like go through the efforts of. It's like, oh, another person with a trinket. All right, let's end the game and reset. You know what I mean? 269.4 healing. I would want to see the detailed screenshots of all his healing, all the healing he did that game, all the healing, and to see where that trinket stands compared to the rest of his heals. That's what I'm more interested in. What's up, my guy? What's up, UDAK? How you doing, man? Blizzard makes some balanced stuff. Blizzard is really good at making some busted items, for sure. BF has been battle for trinkets, man. Battle for backspace in patch 8.2, but also battle for trinkets. Trinkets are huge. Ban Pally's? You can't ban Pally's, man. You can't ban Pally's copy. What are you talking about? I think Blizzard's too busy with Classic. Hey, I'm not surprised. It's pretty fucking popular. What the fuck already? Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't think I even saved it. Zach is already running out there and showing them their ass. He's shaking his ass over there. What are you doing? What is going on? I'm trying to save the fucking game. Oh, it's already going in. Oh, you're already going in. Oh, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Ah, you guys getting watched from like, it's like some crap row seats, like a football game or something. We're watching. So Twitch, what do we got? We already got these goobers over here, already tossing it out as a Demon Hunter v Demon Hunter. But we got ourselves on EU going up first versus Zachary. Cyclotronic trying to come out, but actually stop with that Cyclotronic. Trying to see if he can get a Juka kick out of Zach. Double Metamorphosis, both of them stunned, coming out by on EU onto Zach. He actually breaks out of the stun in the last moment. It was super hard. Zach needs to go for big damage right now onto on EU to recover. Stun onto on EU, shortest stun in the world, interrupting the I-beam. And Zach needs to truck damage just to get some healing back. I-beam from afar is going to back up for a bit to activate the blur and try to go past on EU using Crucible offensively, and that might have been the misplay there to use Crucible to do damage rather than for self-heal. So on EU taking out Zachary with Neil up next. You're going to get a Zerka's Rage out a little bit early, however. I guess trying to get out of it in prison. That's going to be a full play out by on EU. Try to see if we can get some airdrop going on Team Blue. We got ourselves Seavark playing that mage over there. Xavier, Silent Void, and Zach, who just got to play. On Team Red, however, Cyclotronic coming out for on EU with a stunner to deal with a bit of damage as he pops out his Guardian of Azeroth. On EU needs to kite that Guardian ASAP. Going to be in a prison on to deal. Doesn't have Zerka's Rage for it. The Guardian is going in from the other side, and on EU is actually going to interrupt the Guardian on his cast. The Guardian, all he can do is cast at him. He's just going to go for full line of sight on that thing. Why he's landing it? We got a Team Red, Lucron, and 3 rogues. We got P-Blood playing sub, Surprise playing Assass, and Twinkle Wing playing that Outlaw. We got a triple threat for the rogues. Neil getting hit with a stun. Doesn't last for too long. Second stun onto Neil right after, with an I-beam to follow for Anu, as Neil's going to go for some cooldowns himself. Try to see if he can get himself a bit of a rampage in there. Try himself a bit of a healing somehow. But he does go down as Anu does activate Blur and dodges most of the damage from Neil, who is up next. It looks like it's going to be Silent Void, as Anu has tried to stop that Gamma in the opener. Got himself a bit of a freezing trap already. Anu could run through it. Is he going to do it? Is he going to run through it? Does he know that it's there? He knows there's traps there. Oh, the trick is to interrupt the Cyclotronic. On you, pop your trinket a little bit early, maybe. Silent Void is gonna get hit with a stun by on EU. Trying to see if he can bail the hell out of there. He's gonna go for that double tap, maybe a rapid fire double tap or aim shot. Trying to go for some cooldowns as well. Does he get any kind of CC onto on EU? Doesn't have a stun or nothing. Gonna go for a bit of a heal. Hasn't been able to do any kind of damage so far. Just arcane missiles over and over, getting interrupted on that Cyclotronic channel. Not just the cast, dropping down a freezing trap and down the go without ever having to even use rapid fire or aim shot. Man, Silent Void, that was super unlucky. I know marksman hunters have a hard time, but I feel like before we say that you really did have the hardest time in the world or not, you really have to press your buttons first. You know what I mean? Not being BM here or anything, but not a single ability was used there. Oh my goodness, that was super unlucky. Polymorph coming out onto on EU by Seawark. No trinket available for on EU. Could actually cop him out in a single. Watch it here. Does hit him with a Ring of Frost. Pyroblast coming out, and on EU could go for immunity. That's going to be Cyclotronic. He does go for the Netherwalk immunity. Try to see if he can get closer to Seawark and try to steal all the buffs from Seawark. Getting quite a bit of heals from that. Gonna be a meteor and a fireball and a crucible, all soaked into darkness, but pokes out of darkness. Seawork is gonna trick it a breath onto ONU. Needs to get a couple more fire blasts in there to end them. I-beam coming out for ONU, getting interrupted on. Has that leech, could go for massive heals with that leech. Needs to go for heals. Trying to go for damage into Seawork with a temporal up and running. Seawork pre-temporal in it as much of his damage as he can on ONU. Recovering the health little by little again. The blur for a quick moment as the fire blast goes flying. He is able to recover some and get himself a self-heal with a crucible on top of that. And Seawork might just have to go for that ring of frost into big damage. Breath ring maybe? No, gonna go for a repoly. He wants to get that repoly. Full greater power into ring. Into repoly. Into greater power. Oh, trinkets out of it instead. Getting a stun into Seawork. That's gonna be ice block for this angry little gnome. Is gonna repolymorph him again with a greater power blast. Almost gets it off before an imprison comes out. There's nothing you can do as a caster against a demon hunter who's just on his toes the whole time, not letting you play the game. Steam Steel and buffs actual range, that breath of fire. So Seawork is going to be down on the CC for a moment here. Won't be able to go for as much of a lineup as he truly wishes. And ONU is already on the chase, man. Trying to see if he can get a cut around the edges here. Does land a stun, and it's going to go for a bit of a backup with Seawork. Temporal down, and that's going to be cauterized running. Polymorph coming out. No more chicken available for ONU. So Seawork has to make a play now. He might decide to go for big combustion. Ring of Frost, if that doesn't miss, that did not miss. Greater Power Blast coming out. He could go for a big setup right now. Is he going to go for it? Meteor coming down. That's going to be maybe combust. No! Radicine plus combust. ONU leap without Metamorphosis on top of him and just... Demon Hunters, dude. Frickin' Demon Hunters, am I right? Ban the trinket, please. Is he using the trinket? I don't think he's using the Underrot trinket, is he? Didn't even have it. What the fuck was that heal? Demon Hunters. Demon Hunter healing. He probably has like full leech gear too, for all we know. Yeah, I don't know how he heals. ONU, I don't even know what... I know he has a cyclotronic, but I don't know what his other trinket is. Although he heals, like, I don't even know what. Xavier, however, is going to be up next versus ONU. Getting hit with a stun out of the prison with an I-beam to follow. Xavier has an advantage here. He's got a lot of cooldowns still available. Still has... Oh, Metamorphosis down, actually. That's going to be ONU dipping out of his Metamorphosis very, very soon, right as I said it. Has a stun for Xavier, and that's all he's really got. Can he still survive him? Does get an interrupt onto Xavier's I-beam. Xavier is actually taking quite a lot of damage by ONU. Is it flying up in the air? Darkness is not going to hold you there. Stay in the darkness. Stay. Is that darkness going to absorb all of it except for that last one? And ONU is the one playing defensive with that Netherwalk running out of there. Unlucky. Cyclotronic from afar. Xavier, does he get to get up? He actually ranged on Cyclotronic. And that's going to be a shot him out just to at least get himself a reset. That's going to be more buffs getting spell stolen by ONU. Started Xavier, I-beam to follow. Blade Dance, I think it's it, man. I think it's over. Oh! Oh my god. Jesus, dude. That is incredible. 25k consumed soul. That outlaw rogue BM me. Did he really? Oh no. Consume soul is the buff for demon hunters, but it's still a buff from somebody. They get health. Or consume soul is after they kill somebody, they get a heal. That could be it actually. After they kill somebody, they get a heal. Either one of those. One more sub was never brought out. Do you think so? Dribbling ink pod was his second trinket. Yeah, that's not even a heal trinket. So that guy didn't even play heal trinkets, and he just healed himself so much. Fucking incredible. Alright, do we have it in us for one more, boys? Do we have it in us for one more? Or are we tired of demon hunters? Or are we tired of demon hunters, boys? What do we got? What do you think? How to join this, Jack? The easiest way to join this is to watch the stream and join one of the groups up and running. It's super easy to join in. You go to Group Finder by hitting I on your keyboard. Go to Player vs. Player, Primary Groups, Custom PvP, find a group, type in 5, enter. For a group called 5V5 1v1 Duels. If you don't see one, you can actually, as a viewer, as long as you play in on the same region, like today is Saturday, so it's region of NA, Friday is for region of EU, you can make your own group and join us. Add me on Real ID so I can queue your group against others. If you want to make a group, you got to start a group in a custom, call it something like 5V5 1v1 Duels Dalaran. As long as you have the numbers 5, letter V, number 5 in there, you can just do 5V5 Duels. As people will go for the number 5. Anything to name your title. That's it. Easy. How are we feeling, boys? Are we going for more or no? Okay, I'm done. Can't deal with with versing demon hunters nowadays. Nah, I think it's just practice at that point and see work. It's definitely tough, but I think practice only makes perfect. Practice definitely makes perfect. I think maybe it was Arcane who had an easier time with it too, yeah? You can do one more if you want. Elendilly got a group. Elendilly still has a group. We can get maybe Elendilly, which is Sav, yeah? We've got 5. But yeah, 4 out of 5. Or are we Dunsky, boys? Or are we Dunsky? Dun, 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 dun. Shit. What do we got? We got a 5-man. I'm in another person's group. Which group are you with, Jeff King? Are you with Sav? Hey, I got a good spec for new players. First time to level from 1 to 120. Have a good time. Good spec. I think a hunter is always good. Having a pet on by your side is fun. You're not as slow for leveling as a warlock with your damage over time and long setups. I think paladins are pretty fast to level. Death knights are pretty fast. Demon hunters just skip a lot of the leveling progress and you have a very mobile class. Monks are also very mobile and they get more XP when you level as part of their class setup. Let's see. On live, it's a little. I feel like on live, a lot of classes are pretty quick to level nowadays. There's not a lot that feel faster than others, except for like Demon Hunter or Hunter. You know what I mean? You know, 55 to play DK. Oh yeah, need a 55. Yeah, true. Yeah, if you're starting from 0 to what? If you're starting like, let's say you're going for like Heritage Armor, I'd say a Monk is the fastest. You get a buff to your, like if you want to spam tank or spam heal in dungeons, you get a buff for a good portion of that low level experience to get you extra XP. But if you want to play a class that's really good for endgame, it doesn't really matter which one you end up playing. Some of the top tier, actually all classes are pretty good. It doesn't matter what spec. If you're looking for specs, I would say Windwalker Monk is pretty fast. Beastmaster Hunter, Survival Hunter, Marksman Hunter, all of them pretty quick. Assassin Rogues, Outlaw Rogues, Sub Rogues are all pretty quick. Yeah, I see. I'm just trying to answer the question. I say Warriors are pretty quick, like Arms is really quick. Red Pally is really quick. Frost Mage is really quick. For Warlocks, I feel like they're pretty slow, but maybe Destro is the fastest. All the other specs take a while to set up your damage and abilities. Maybe like Affliction, because you can multi-dot things and just run around. You play Classic, what you think? In Classic, obviously Hunter. In Classic, obviously Hunter. Hunter is the fastest. Just go Beastmaster Hunter and just level with your pet. It will do things for you. Can I add your reality? Yeah, Dalaran hashtag 1340. So Sav got a 5-man team. Who got the other 5-man team? Well, who else had the 5-man team? Yeah, I want to do 5-5 next week. Except my friend with Sensei. King. Sounds good, man. I will. For EU, you mean? Friday is EU, so I'll need to log on to EU later, yeah? Or is that an A? You know, I'd be excited to watch a team of 5 Demon Hunter versus another team of 5 Demon Hunters. To see them dance is going to be amazing. Like, not a duel, but just 5 versus 5. That'd be insane. Just blade dances everywhere. Dancing with the stars. Alrighty, we got ourselves one more. Sav versus Elendilly. We'll try it. Sav and Elendilly. 5. Let's go. What you just got here? 5V5 1v1 Duels. Let me get a soda real quick. This is gonna be the last one for the night, boys. I'd say Frost Mage is way faster due to AoE pulls. Oh, you're probably right. Yeah, you're actually correct. Yeah, you're right. Fastest level is Frost Mage. You're right. The easiest would be the Hunter, but the fastest is the Frost Mage. AoE pulling by itself solo. That is true. 5V5 Demon Hunter ID is great. There's so many anyway. Might as well, right? Said there's so many Demon Hunters. Alrighty, boys. This is gonna be the last one for the evening. Twitch, and I got some food to eat, and I got some Classic to play if the servers are up, because they've been a little bit scarce. We gotta have ourselves Lil Ring. We got Ring, we got Lucron here. We got ourselves on a UP Blood in the back of Twinkling. People playing a sub. I like it. I like it. Versus Kazoo on Team Blue. Peachy in the back, cowering. Valrip hanging outside. Versace, by the way. And Zap with a fat blood of the enemy. Kazoo going to be going up first, it looks like. Versus Lil. Lil as a red pally versus Kazoo. Playing that red, dude. Red versus Demon Hunter. Red's clap him out. Red's actually clap him out if you can get a force trinket out of a Hodge. It's going to be interesting how Kazoo reacts to it. If he does trinket it, does pop a trinket early, he's gotta better have an answer for it. Gonna be going for some cooldowns, and it's gonna be that Underrot trinket, doing quite a bit of healing. Gonna be instant trinket for Kazoo. Why has got some cooldowns rolling with Blur, and Lil is gonna go for Wings, does do some damage, dropping damage down onto Kazoo. While he's in darkness, might not be a good idea with that Shield of Vengeance. Not gonna be doing the damage he needs. It's gonna be popping bubble very, very early on. And all he has is a bubble to keep himself alive. So might have put himself in an unwinnable situation here, but popping cooldown super early. He's gonna have to wait out for that Minalong Wings as well, so needs to stack it up for a bit. But that's gonna be Kazoo barraging him with his crucible damage. Lots of damage on the little ring. Actually killed him right before Forbearance could go down. So down he goes immediately, and P-Blood is up next. Oh my god. I see what Little Ring was trying to do with Wings and Shield of Vengeance, but as soon as you drop that darkness and you sank all that into darkness, it all just went absorbed into the goddamn nether. That shit went to the Shadow Realm, dude. Kazoo's gonna get fucking slapped with a sab. Gonna be cheap shot out of P-Blood. Let's see how good the sub-rogue openers are, man. Is not gonna be able to go for the double stuns back to back here. Messed up some portion of his rotation. That's gonna be eating stuns himself. Cloak shot is coming out for that Cyclotronic. Didn't want to take the damage too early. Get a shot onto Kazoo, and is just gonna have to AFK. Try to go for a Cyclotronic around the corner. Not gonna happen. Try to look for himself for a bit of a reset. Might have to burn blind a little bit early. Try to get himself some combo points. Evasion. Maybe he might be able to get some cooldowns up and running onto Kazoo through this while Evasion is up and running. Has Shadow Dance back up. He's going to go for Warlock Hellstone for a heal turn. Kazoo is just going to keep him at bay from afar for a bit. Expecting a stun on this rogue any moment, however. And this is going to happen. Blind onto Kazoo to catch a reset. Might actually be really difficult here for P-Blood to make a play. He's going to be able to get a sap or two. Got himself racial rolling, shadow blades and everything. Got himself some cooldowns. Trying to get big eviscerates back to back. Kazoo is going to get himself a small heal through those eviscerates, dropping him to at least half-ish health. That's going to be that sub-rogue on-demand burst that he needs whenever he needs it. And Kazoo is super low on health right now at about half-ish health. It's going to be jumping out more health, however, with that I-beam up and running the... That's going to be very, 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 very unfortunate for P-Blood as he's trying to catch a reset. If he catches a full reset and actually lands an opener to Kazoo, if he could do a couple of those one-shot big openers, he might be able to do it. Try to go for a bit of a sap, I think, and end up going for a cheap shot on Kazoo, forcing a trinket out of the Demon Hunter. And P-Blood is kind of out in the open. Vanish is the only thing he has left in order to catch a reset. Going to go for another cheap shot. Big damage to Kazoo. Turning it around with a couple of eviscerates back to back. But it's going to have to bail out behind the pillar without Vanish as well. Kazoo not going to be able to hit the rogue in order to get all that healing. Should be going for Crucible Flame self-heal whenever he can in order to recover as much as possible. But that's sapped by the rogue with no trinket available, because I think P-Blood actually might have it here. If he can get himself some good cooldowns, good damage through this opener, he might be able to do this. Cheap shot coming out into Kazoo. Nightblade to follow. Cyclotronic right after. He's actually just going to go for Cyclo. Someone was absorbed into darkness, but that was a good darkness play by Kazoo. Could maybe get himself a stun onto P-Blood from around the corner. The spectral side coming out, but it's going to be super DR'd. Mark for his kidney. Does he have enough damage to end Kazoo right now? Stun coming out. Does he have a dot? Kazoo getting the I-beam with a Cyclotronic, but a cloak of shadows and does snap out that last kill onto Kazoo at the very end. Played a little bit too out there, my man. Maybe a little too out there. His next is Zap. Is he gonna zap? I think I'm trying to figure out who's next. I think it might be Peachy, actually. Peachy is all the way over here just cowering. I think it is Zap next. Is it? Yeah, it is gonna be Zap. He's trying to go for a little bit of a slow walk. Is P-Blood gonna give him that bow? Yep, he is gonna give him that bow. Look at that, man. Alright, honor duel engaged. Both of these boys know what's up. They know who they're dueling against. And I guess Zap is going to sit himself out in the open like this without any kind of pillars, so Pureblood can't like just yoink himself back behind the pillar immediately. Open it up with a cheap shot here. Is going to go for damage on a Zap. Doesn't get the back-to-back stuns. Does go for a little bit of a slower back-to-back stun with that cheap shot to follow. He's going to be a little bit behind on some of his cooldowns here. But he's going to have to wait for the DRs as well. As long as he can just wait out for those DRs and whittle down Zap, he might be okay. But the slow by the Shaman and the Earthbind Totem is doing work. Short cheap shot onto Zap. Good go for the big blood of the enemy hero onto the Rogue. P-Blood does have a lot of cooldowns. This is going to be a big Sky Fury for Zap. This is going to go for big Sun to try to get a couple big damages on his P-Blood. But it looks like it's actually going to have to back up a little bit. Sky Fury play was a bold move, Cotton. But he's trying to go for a little bit of Ascendance. Can he ascend and try to obliterate this Rogue? And a couple of globals. Wind strikes are coming out. And P-Blood is going to count himself some line of sight behind the pillar with that Vanish. Yeah, it was Vanish. I looked at Twinkle Wink for a second. Look at his cooldowns, but apparently I'm looking at the wrong row. Gonna be full cooldowns coming out of P-Blood. Zap still has the trick of Cell's wall and everything. Could go for another reset up. That's going to be a stun with Capacitor Storm. Could go for some damage. Try to go for some Storm Strikes back to back. Is going to go for a little bit of heroism with Sky Fury and a wall up and running. Can it turn the damage run? Evasion available for P-Blood. Is just trying to end Zap as ASAP. Missing that Thunder by a hair. And P-Blood is going to go for a bit of a reset. Yes, no, then I do have a playlist, man. I can link my playlist in a little bit. Yo, can we get a hashtag Nolden? You get a hashtag Nolden Boys Show appreciation for the wonderful donation, my man. Thank you so much for the buck. Thank you so much, but appreciate it. Zap getting hit with a kindness shot. And it's going to be him going down to P-Blood. Let me get you my mix, man. Let me get you my mix while I listen to on stream for the duels. Here we go, my guy. That should be everything here. Thank you so much, boys. Yo, can we get a hashtag Nolden in the chat to show appreciation for the wonderful nation? Thank you so much, my man. I appreciate you. So for P-Blood, Zap actually wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, it is a enhancement shaman, so like honestly, how big of a deal could it be? Versace gonna go for wings right now into P-Blood, who didn't have a trinket for it. Versace didn't have enough damage to get the big setup, and P-Blood just trying to backstep to build up the dots. Gonna go for a kidney shot onto Versace. Not gonna go for damage. Is gonna get a cyclotronic off regardless. Versace did use his full wings here, so he's going to try to maximize the utility of those full wings. P-Blood doesn't have a trinket, doesn't have a Vanish for a bit, but he's going to try to sprint the hell out of it, try to see if he can get around Versace. Could go for Shadow Steps if anything. Won't be able to get a land a full kidney yet. He's going to trick it out of that Hodge. It's going to be a perfect opportunity for Versace to go for a big kill. Going to be the shortest kidney shot in the world, and P-Blood does have a Vanish at least to bail out of there. Versace is not wasting any time walking up to pick up the eye. And P-Blood is going to try to get a sap on him, but the dot is still rolling over Versace. I don't know what dot he had on him, but he did has some sort of a dot on him. That's going to be P-Blood catching him in the kidney shot, but that's not going to do... Oh, yeah, cheap shot, actually, but it's going to be full ADR. Full wings coming out for Versace with the middle long wings. P-Blood is going to get himself evasion. Going to be a bit of a crucible flame by Versace to get that dot burning and sizzling through P-Blood. And next up is going to be Twinkle Wink. Going up as a good old Outlaw boy. Let's see how well it works for him. Outlaw probably has the hardest time with... Oh, I cremated him. Outlaw probably has the hardest time with Retribution Paladins. It's all physical damage, so ability like Blessing or Protection is just as bad as a bubble. With Assassination, you can still get poisons through Bop. With Subtlety, you can still get your Nightblade through Bop. But maybe, if like, let's say Versace is super low, you can hit him with a Cyclotronic or something. Then maybe Outlaw could have a bit of a leg up on it. That's going to be Twinkle Wink walking up in the opener, getting some cooldowns up and running, and going to try to see if he can bail away from Versace. Is going to be throwing back the Crucible for some damage, however. Getting a reroll. Got himself Shark buff, so that could be some good damage buff right here if you wanted to go for a big setup. Trinkets out of that. It's going to be a trinket out of that Hodge immediately. That's going to be wings for Versace. Minute-long wings, however, so it's not going to be full wings. Does get interrupted on a cast while parry is up for Twinkle. Twinkle could actually go for a Plunder Armor. Big damage. Is going to get a stun. Is he going to go for a setup? Rerolling his crit buff, though. I don't know if that was a good idea. He's going to try to go for a Plunder. Why is so low in health? Is that a good idea? Going to get himself a Sippy Cup rolling and a Crucible. He used Plunder offensively. What was that? And a sap under Versace, but some of the sap broke. And it does land a blind under Versace right after. So I think we came out with a really rough opener. Really rough opener. But maybe he still might be able to come back. Versace has wings up and running, has a Hodge ready. Having trouble picking up eyes right now until just now. So for Twinkle, being hit with a full Hodge could be full wings for Versace. Does he even need to? He's just going to get some big damage in, and he's just going to get that finisher damage at the end onto the Rogue. Very unlucky for that Rogue in that opener, man. Very unlucky. Stood here for an honor duel, just hacks a hammer at me. Oh, is that what happened? Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could do an honor duel, but you don't actually have to. You can, and some people, if you guys like doing honor duels, but if you guys don't do an honor duel, it's just how things go. It is not honorable of him to just throw a hammer at you, though. That's not honorable. I think everybody saw it. Gonna be Lucron opening up with a reflect in case Versace was gonna hit him with a Hodge in the opener. Random Jumari Tarn popping up for him, too. Versace is going to be chilling on the other side of the pillar with those pets, playing for the long game. But he's trying to get himself a bit of a setup. Try to use line of sight. He's going to get a stun to Lucron with wings. Lucron is going to trigger those wings, however. That's going to be full wings too out of Versace. Not even minute-long wings. So he's going to continue to try to truck the damage back into Lucron. What is that kind of pathing for him? I don't even understand what kind of lag that is. Down a stun on one of Lucron's pets, and Lucron's going to have to wall this, getting it tired up and running. Second stun from the pet needs to happen, does happen. Let's see for a horror effect. I think he's already out. He's going to go for a port. Tyrant is going to be line-of-sighted completely by Versace. Completely line-of-sighted. Just line-of-sighted that thing as best possible. Cyclotronic by Lucron from one corner of the world is going to interrupt Versace on a heal. And he's just going to get some resources off of these pets while he's at it. Get some holy power while he's got it. Going to get a slow on one of the pets, I think. Yep. That's going to be reflected by Lucron. In case a Hodge was going to come out, you're waiting for that Hodge. He's going to go for a second set of wings with his Dark Iron Racial popping out for big strain. Stun onto Versace. Could bubble it if he wanted to. Lucron probably has a horror effect to follow, and Versace is just going to sit it for a bit. Fear to follow. Going to get caught. No, it didn't get caught out in the Fear. Actually aligned it far enough. 11 minutes in, almost 12 minutes in, 41% dampening. Versace should start feeling the hurt of the dampening very, very soon. Let's see how Lucron feels about it. Well, Lucron doesn't have a lot of heals to begin with, so it's going to be a while before he can get himself back up and running. Warlock Hellstone should be burned all day, though. Trying to see if he can land a Fear. Not getting a kick out of Versace, however. That's going to be handled down to follow Hodge to interrupted. Going to be stunned by Versace. He is feeling confident, however. Does Lucron have a horror effect out of this? He does not, and Versace does clap him down. Onyu already engaging with Versace. Doesn't want to give him a single moment of respite. Doesn't want to give him any opportunity to catch up on health. Cyclotronic trying to come out. No rebuke available. It's going to be bubble out of Versace as he's popping off wings. That's going to be disengaged by Onyu as Versace is going to go for flashlight as well in the bubble. Onyu doesn't want to go too far. Wants to get back in there immediately. Imprison onto Versace for a second. And it's going to use a Crucible just for a self-heal as Hand of Hindrance does slow him down. Big Metamorphosis on top of Versace. Don't let him go anywhere as it does Hand of Freedom and does get another slow onto Onyu. Stun from a distance. I'm shredding through him. It's a couple annihilates. And the Blade Dance should be the end of it with a dot that it puts up. And Onyu does take him out at the end. Who's up next? Well, 13 minutes in, man. No healing. No more healing. Is it Peachy? Is it Valorant? Onyu is kind of like monkey in the middle right now. Because both of these guys are like, oh, are we going? Are we going? I think Peach is running over to the side of the pillar. I love the animation for Trians, dude. He looks like he's busy. He's like, looks like he's late for work or something, dude. They're running, the way the run is like it's with purpose. I love it. I wonder if they'll ever update these animations or these models. If they did, I wouldn't be behind it. Just to keep the same style, but let us have that. I think it'd be dope. I know you're gonna have to wait out for Peachy for a bit. Actually, he's kind of let him heal to full, I think. I think it's basically what's going on here. 387 Outlaw Rogue, by the way. Yeah, that's tough, man, at that low item level. Yeah, that's a little tough. But Outlaw already has a hard time with Pallies anyway. The Outlaw that played just now, if anything, I would say hold your Plunder Armor for damage. And that's about all I can say. I need to see him play a bit more. But that Plunder Armor was used very defensive. I see what he was trying to do, like get more health to survive. But you have to go for offensive. You have to go for damage all the time. Peach, you're going to get a Root onto Onyu and get himself a bit of a heal. There's going to be a bleed playstyle. It looks like Onyu trying to see if he can catch the Peach. He does. He does disrupt the opener, but Pichu forcing out Incarnation. That's going to be Onyu getting out of the sun immediately, trying to see if he can get himself a little bit of a damage opener going. Does go for a Blood Elf Rachel. I think if Pichu did go for Thorns, that might have been the answer to it. It's going to back up for a second. Try to get a Cyclotronic while midair. Did not quite connect. Did not quite have the line of sight. Welcome up for Peachy. Don't Trinket available. Actually, does have a Did it trigger that? I don't think it did. I think it's just a very short stun. Oh, and he was so low in health. I don't think he can make it happen here. I think he might be done for. Getting that Crucible as the last ditch effort. That's going to be Thorns by Peachy, and down he goes. Oh my god. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Alrighty, boys. That was the last one for the evening. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I know the servers for WoW have been a little bit tricky earlier. I posted on Discord about the duels possibly not happening if the servers are still in a bad position, but it looks like whatever was causing it eased up, and now we're doing just fine, man. And now we're doing A-okay. Great, good set of duels, boys. Great set of duels. Had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. Hey, can you link and play this one more time? Yeah. Here we go. It's all uncopyrighted music as well, so y'all are more than welcome to. Y'all are more than welcome to, boys. Hope y'all are having a good one. I think if Valorant instead of Versace, I guess the opener could have been sub 1v3. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, but as a rogue, you basically have to plan. Like, they're probably not going to give you the opener. As sub in particular, if you don't get to do good resets and get an opener that you need, that's like how the game developers designed you around. Yeah, it's a little tough. Either boys, either way. I had a lot of fun. Hope you guys had a great afternoon. Hope you guys have a great evening. Have the rest of your day as a good day. And I'll see all you guys next stream. Tomorrow is Sunday. I don't know what we're doing for Sunday, honestly. I don't know what we're doing for Sunday. I thought it was Monday. And then there's big, thick reset Tuesday. So we'll find something to do for Saturday and Sunday, man. Or Sunday and Monday. I feel like that's kind of boring days. I like Tuesday a lot. Wednesdays can be kind of fun. Friday and Saturday my favorite. And then Sunday, Monday are just like, I don't know what to do ever on stream for us. I was confident versus Arab though. Yeah, I feel like with those rally people would have gotten him in. Either way, guys, thank you. Great duels. You guys had a great bunch of games. I had a lot of fun over on NA. And I'll see all of you next streamerino. I gotta get some food, man. I'm at a point where I'm so hungry. I actually can't even think straight, and I can't even sound out my words. I'm just thinking about food. I'm thinking about chill and having some R&R. So if you're getting rugged by a rogue, worthless, don't worry about it, man. That's sub rogue for you, dude. You're playing enhancement, show more sub rogue. Really? Like, sub rogue is a better PvP spec than enhancement. The fact that you one-shot people as you did as enhance is already incredible, and so on, man. Don't you worry about it, my guy. You guys have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you next stream. Peace!